Let me look. Shall I? I shall. Hello, people. What is up? Welcome to the Wrestle Story. I'm Maven. How you doing? Generally, there's a Mr. G in this chair, actually, but it's just me. So, here we are. We're here to talk about Smackdown, Smackdown, Smackdown. And we did go live. Cool. Everything's working. I'm going to go ahead and put out this tweet. And then we'll be ready to talk about this show. Hey, Scott. What's up? How you doing? Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Yeah, how's it going? Sounds good. Looks good. Cool. Thanks, Dad. Or Mom. Or whoever that is. Typing from the Wrestle Story. I am live. Hashtag Smackdown. Hashtag Smackdown on Fox. Because it's trending. Hey, Futuristic. What's up? Hope you all are doing well. I didn't come to see John Cena. Well, unfortunately, you're getting John Cena tonight. Mr. G was out shopping and got home like in the middle of the show, so didn't see like any of it. And then he was like putting groceries and stuff away, and he still isn't like done. So, well, I think he's done putting groceries away, but he's like got to clean stuff up from putting groceries away. So, yeah, that's where Mr. G is. So you all get me tonight. Hope we're excited about this, because SmackDown is just my favorite show of the week. Just my favorite. Hey, James, what's up? Hi, Mom. Mrs. G, how's it going? So yeah, I think we should just get into it. Does that sound like a plan? I think it does. Alrighty, so we start off the show with everybody's favorite, Roman. Hey, observing stuff. How's it going? I like SmackDown. I don't know, guys. SmackDown to me is just not that great. In my opinion, I know a lot of people have said that SmackDown is the best show of the week, or their favorite show of the week. And like, I have a hard time getting into it. I have a very hard time getting into SmackDown. I have a very hard time getting into Raw, I guess, too. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of some of the stuff that's going on SmackDown, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's kind of my take on that. Hey, little fettuccine, what is up? I am by myself tonight. Mr. G is doing some stuff. I put Mr. G to work. Buying groceries for a large family is no joke. Putting them away is even less funny. R.I.P. Butch Reed. Yes, I saw that earlier today. Rest in peace, him. SmackDown was great tonight. Well, I'm going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. So, we start off the show with everybody's favorite guy on, the face of this earth, Roman. He wants to talk about the future, and he says since, Edge won the Royal Rumble, he'll want, to challenge Roman because he's the main event, right? Right? Roman wants to know why Edge went to Raw and NXT if, he's like the champion of choice, right? Everybody wants to fight Roman because Roman's a cool guy. Absolutely. And he says, it isn't right that Edge is making him wait. So essentially, he goes through like this big spiel of, like saying, Edge, you're gonna tell me who you are challenging. And you're going to tell everybody that it's me, because it's obviously going to be me. Okay, these headphones are really annoying, and, like, I can't hear anything anyway, so I'm just, like, taking them off, because it looks stupid. Anyways, so yeah, he, like, goes through this big, long spiel of, the 85-minute long Roman promo, per usual, on every SmackDown, just to get to the point of, Edge, come out, tell me that you're challenging me, we're doing that tonight. So he, like, calls out Edge. Edge doesn't show up, because Edge isn't in the building, apparently. And so, he says line. It made me laugh. Because you have Paul Heyman in the background who, like, jumped 15 feet in the air because it, like, scared him or whatever. He goes, "Why would you play games with me?" And, like, yelled it into the microphone. And I was just laughing because it was pretty funny. And Roman says the last person that played games with him was Kevin Owens, and, you know, we'll never see him again. You saw what happened to him. I beat the crap out of him on Sunday in that epic joke of a match. Roman then, you know, looks in the camera and is like, "Edge, you have till the end of the night to give me your decision." Okay. Cool. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of these big, long Roman promos. I don't like them at all. I think they're absolutely ridiculous. I think they take way too much time, and I 90% of the time don't see a point to them. This one, he changed up the spiel a little bit because, you know, he's dealing with Edge, and he called out Edge, and, like, that's fine. But, like, they just take forever, and they take up so much time on the show that I just don't care. Like, plain and simple. I just don't care. I'm tired of Roman. Well, I was always tired of Roman. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't see what everybody else sees in him of being, like, this huge star. Like, I don't think he's that great. I feel like he's way overhyped, and everybody says that he's really great, but, like, I don't see it, you know? So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. The Paul and Trump scare was funny. It was funny. It was funny, and like I said, I was laughing. Like, it killed me. So after this, we have Dominic Mysterio versus King Corbin for, like, the 4th week in a row? Like, legitimately, guys. Like, how many weeks has the two of them had matches with one another? Like, the last, like, 3 weeks. Okay? I like Dominic as much as the next guy. I don't like Corbin at all. But, like, why? Why? Hey, Ains, what I'm having a really hard time speaking. That's, like, not a good thing when you get on here to talk to people, right? Hey, Ains, what is up? Roman is that bad he needed Paul Heyman to cut him a promo. It's been 4 weeks, I think. Hey, John Elite, what is up? How you doing? Tell us how you really feel. Well, yeah, I dislike Roman. Dom with the win. Yeah, finally, I think, is this the first time that Dominic has won this feud? Can we call it a feud? Is it? I guess it's a feud. It's not a very good feud, but I suppose it is a feud nonetheless, I suppose. So yeah, Dominic and King Corbin. Corbin ended up attacking Ray and Dominic when Dom was making his entrance, and then he tossed Ray off the stage. And then Corbin attempted during the match and stuff, Corbin attempted to do the roll-up, and Ray grabbed him by the ankle, and then Dominic was able to, get the upper hand in the situation and hit the frog splash and got the victory. So my question for this is, are we going to be turning... I don't want to say turning Dominic and Ray heel, but I feel like over the last couple of weeks, they've done a lot of more heelish things, if that makes sense, sort of like cheating to win. So I don't know if we're like going in that direction of like sort of changing their situation and doing something else with them, or not. I just don't want to see Corbin versus Dominic again. Next week, we're probably going to get Ray versus Corbin. Probably. Because based on what happened in this match. But, still. I don't know what else to say about it. It was just okay. I suppose. At least Dominic won, I guess. I guess that's the major point from this. Is that they won. So, yeah. I mean, cool. Still no Murphy or Leah. No. We have not seen either of them in a while. I doubt they will be heel. I'm not thinking that they're going to go, full on heel, but they've done, a lot of, cheating to win type of situations over the last couple of weeks, which I find very interesting. Of like a little, you know, they have been doing heelish things for the past couple of weeks. Question for you, Maven. Why would AEW bring in New Japan talent if they can't book their own talent correctly? Okay, so on that particular question, I feel like AEW does a good job of booking their talent correctly in certain aspects of their show. I truthfully haven't really had tons of issues with the way that they have booked people, aside from like the women's division. The women's division is the one place where I think that it's been real rough and they haven't booked them well at all. I don't have an issue with them bringing in the New Japan guys solely because I think that's going to draw in another crowd of people. And I think that'll be really good for AEW, and I think it'll be really good for New Japan because you'll get a lot of the AEW people who will, you know, pay attention to the New Japan stuff, potentially. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that they've booked a ton of their talent terribly, in my opinion. Corbin is going to face those two are heels. Okay, wait a second. Corbin is going face, and those two are heels. Okay, no. We can't do that because Corbin can never be a face. It can't happen. Nobody likes him. So, I don't think that, like, it would work, personally. But, they've done stranger things. Has Corbin ever been a face? I think it'll be something different for Corbin. I don't think that Corbin's ever been a face. I think pretty much his entire career he's been a heel. But I think that's just, like, what works for him, personally. Like, again, we would have to see how it works out if they decided to, like, turn him face. I feel like it would be really weird, though. Because I feel like people just generally hate him solely because of the amount of time that he's on television and, like, the amount of segments he's been in. Of, like, he's just kind of annoying and, like, not that great, like, on the microphone. He's very, like, bland and boring. And I feel like he has this go-away heat because nobody wants to see him. Not necessarily because he's a good heel. It's just that, like, he's just, what? And, like, go away, you know? So, I don't know. I guess we could see how that goes, I suppose. No, he's been heel for a while. Corbin was a face in NXT at the beginning. Well, I didn't know that, I guess. That's what I was trying to say. AEW's booked their wrestlers with the exception of the women well. Some of their talent isn't getting TV time. Where's Scorpio Sky been? Okay, well, I understand that aspect of, like, some of their talent, but, like, not all their talent is going to get on TV. They are a 2-hour show, and I feel like it just depends on the storylines you're building. And, like, it's not like Scorpio Sky isn't good, but I feel like they don't have anything for him to do at the moment. And with the whole SCU thing, they're focusing on them more as a tag team, and you can't really have, like, the 3 of them, I guess. I mean, you could, but it makes it a bit more difficult. And so I feel like that's a hard thing because you can't book everybody on the show all at once, if that makes sense. Corbin just fits heel, Corbin just fits heel well. Because he looks like the type to steal your wallet. Or style your wallet. Steal, style, whatever. Style your wallet. I mean, that's kind of an interesting thing. I totally looked at that comment and went, what are, like, my eyes doing? Because I thought I switched words around and that was, like, my fault. But no, it was just the way it was written. Yeah, Corbin was a heel versus Aries in NXT Dallas in 2016. Fun facts. Coming at you from Scott. So, Dominic won. Like I said, I think that it's a fine thing for him to win the match, if that makes sense. Because, you know, what has Dominic done? Dominic has done nothing. Dominic has done absolutely nothing with his entire run in WWE, I suppose. It's amounted to nothing. And so, beating Corbin, I mean, it doesn't, like, you know, make you a superstar, but it's something, I guess. So, yeah. We then have a backstage interview with Big E. And he says that Apollo and Sammy ain't ready for him. Because later in the show, themselves a triple threat intercontinental championship match. Woo! I'm so excited. And we'll get to that in a minute. We then have Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan. This is a good match. It was really short, but it was a good match. The two of them, every time they get in the ring together, it's magic. Cesaro apparently had his contract coming up in March? May? I don't remember. One of the two. It was soon. It was like around WrestleMania, I think. And he resigned it, apparently. He resigned it. I don't know why Cesaro would resign with WWE, but he did. At least from what I've read, that's what he did. So, yeah, good for him, I suppose. I guess. You got me. 9 watching and only 5 likes. Time for a like spike. Yeah! If you haven't hit the like button already, hit the like button because it really helps the channel. So, yeah, hit the like button. Like button. It's like right there. Somewhere. Just hit it. You know? It's a good thing to do. Sorry, since being released from prison, my spelling ain't great. It's all good, dude. My reading ain't great either. It is what it is. Cesaro deserves the WWE title reign. Cesaro just signed a new contract along with Mysterio. Yes. Yeah, he did. That was the other guy that like confirmed he signed a new contract, because there were rumors a couple months back that Ray was on like a short-term deal because of like the stuff with his like doing the storyline with his kids and stuff. But then he like confirmed that he did sign like a new like long-term contract. Maven, better character for Corbin, Lone Wolf, Constable, or King? Well, the lesser of those 3 options would be the Lone Wolf. So, yeah, Lone Wolf. That'd be my pick. So Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan. Cesaro won. I hope this is going to lead to something for him. Like, I really do, because he is really good, and I feel like he's really underappreciated on the roster, and it's just, dude, my nose itches so much, it's not even funny. It's like the top of my nose. So yeah, I don't know. I hope he gets something out of this. So, after using the Cesaro swing, Cesaro used the sharpshooter and got the submission victory. So, that was that. Super cool. I'm fine with it. Absolutely great. We then have a backstage interview with Bianca Belair. She talks about her parents not being at WrestleMania, and she's gonna make her decision on who she's gonna pick. But she doesn't tell us who she's gonna pick. So, we have that to look forward to later in the show. Last time I hit something, I ended up with the dog with rabies biting me in my ankle. Carlito's on a 3-week deal. That's what I heard. I heard that too. And that if it goes well, they're going to sign him on as sort of an on-screen talent and like a producer thing situation. That's what I've heard. Wasn't Ray working without a contract like months ago, Maven? Yeah, I think he was. Your thoughts on Butch Reed passing? To be completely honest, I haven't seen very much from, I didn't see very much of Butch Reed. I haven't seen much of his work. I, know who he is. But, it's unfortunate that he passed. I know that he had some, heart issues. And so, yeah. Cesaro's the most underrated and underutilized wrestler in WWE history. I could get behind that. Why didn't Bianca go to NXT like Edge did? Well, because she didn't feel the need to, because she just came from there and was like, I don't really want to take, a step backwards, let's just keep moving forward. And I guess forward is, Asuka and Sasha. That, you got me, man. WWE fired the wrong forgotten son. Why, yes, they did. Those buffoons. Literally. Such buffoons. We then have Bayley versus Ruby Riott. This was another quick match. Didn't think it lasted very long. Bayley ended up slamming Ruby's face straight into the match. She got the pinfall victory, and that was that. Hopefully, I don't know what they're doing with Bayley. No clue. Bayley was one who was on top of the world. Was great. Doing very well. And then all of a sudden, she tripped over her feet, and well, she hasn't gotten back up since then. I don't know what the deal is, what they're doing with her. It's really kind of disappointing, I guess. From where she was at to where she is now, in my opinion. WWE should have fired Riker and not Cutler. Now that is facts. We then have a Bianca Belair promo. Guys, this segment legitimately made no sense to me whatsoever. Okay? So Bianca comes out to lay out her options for WrestleMania, right? She's like, okay, we have Asuka, we have Sasha, they're both great. And then she gets cut off because Reginald comes out and says, I think you can beat Asuka, but there's no way you can beat Sasha. In fact, he doesn't even think that Bianca can defeat Carmella. So then Carmella came out and is like, oh yeah, I'm sure I can beat you. I'm sure I can beat you. And then Sasha came out and was all like, I can beat all of you. And I'm like, what is this? So Sasha says that Bianca, deserves all the credit in the world. But Bianca would lose if she chose Sasha. I don't know, dude. And then Reginald got involved again and was all like, you would never, Sasha, you would never beat Sasha. And then Bianca proceeded to whip Reginald with her hair. And then they were all just left standing there. Just staring at each other. I was like, what is this? Okay? What is this? I legitimately did not understand this. Wonder what's Bayley's plan for Mania. At this point, I would say nothing. How did Cesaro get busted open? I don't even know. I have no clue. Hey Raymond, what's up? I call all Raw and Smackdown Rerun City because you see the same wrestlers wrestle each other every week with very few different matches. You're not wrong. Where are the guys who used to follow Corbin? Well, they are non-existent anymore because one of them got fired and the other is still there. So, Carmella getting a Vince push again in the Bianca storyline because Vince's blonde strike again. I legitimately do not understand it because what did Carmella have to do with any of this? She had absolutely nothing to do with any of this. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing. So, I don't know what the purpose of her being out there or Reginald coming out. I don't get it. You, totally just took away from this entire, Bianca thing. If you're like, okay, well, we want Bianca to, be the big thing in the women's division, coming after Sasha. But, you then throw Carmella into it. I don't understand it. Literally, I don't get it. Does anybody else understand why Carmella was out there? Because I do not. Not even... It makes no sense. Why are Carmella and Owens still going after titles when they lost repeatedly? That's another good question I would like answered because to me it makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Carmella has been beaten by Sasha 3-4 times now. Dude, you're out of the title picture. Go away. It's not necessary for you to be there anymore because you've lost 4 times in a row because you suck. So, stop. Dude, literally go away. Can, somebody lock you in your dressing room so you can't leave? Because what are you doing? It makes no sense for her to be out there whatsoever. whatsoever. None. And with the whole Owens thing, I'm going to talk about Owens in a couple minutes. Don't even get me started on that right now. Hey Jack, what's up? How you doing? I don't get it. WWE angers me sometimes with their stupidity. Stupidity. That's what it is. So, yeah. When Reginald came out, I first thought he was going to turn on Mela and team with Sasha, but Sasha doesn't need him. No, Sasha doesn't need him at all. Not at all. Yeah, I don't know, man. This segment made no sense to me. No sense. And as for Bianca being all like, well, I have two viable options. I have Asuka and I have Sasha. No, Sister Sue. Just pick Sasha because just pick Sasha. Like, just do it. Asuka doesn't mean jack squat. Going after her championship wouldn't do anything for you, wouldn't mean anything for you, so just don't. Just tell us you're doing Sasha. Because Sasha is the right option here. And, like, you're not fooling anybody by not telling us that you're picking Sasha. Did that make sense the way I said that? Probably not. But whatever. You know what I mean. Stupid segment. We have Sami Zayn backstage. And he says he was robbed. But he plans to get his championship back. Go Sammy. More power to you. I guess Owens Edge versus Reigns and Jay at the Chamber, which is absolutely stupid. And I'll kind of talk more on that in a minute. Mr. G, get off your phone, get a shower, and get in the stream! What are they doing with the Street Profits? I don't know. Why did Cole say the winner of the Rumbles is the main event of Mania? The main event is clearly R-Truth. Honestly, R-Truth would be a much more entertaining main event than anything we would have gotten from WWE. Honestly. Sasha and BELAIR is a better match than Asuka and BELAIR. I agree. 100%. Like, at this whole, like, they're doing it with both of them. Both Rumble, winners? They're doing it with both of them with this whole, like, long, drawn out, I'm not telling you who I'm picking. When, like, I feel like that's not necessary for the Sasha and Bianca thing, because I think it's pretty obvious that she is picking Sasha. So why do we need to draw this out? You can just start building it up. Like now? But no, we're just like drawing it out, you know, and I don't get it. With the Edge thing, I guess it makes more sense, because I guess Edge has, you know, options. But like still, I don't, you know, it is what it is. So we then have Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus Otis and Chad Gable. Yay. This is the best part of the show, honestly. Actually, no, just kidding. Hulk Hogan was the best part of the show. I don't care, bro. I legitimately do not care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Tag team division means absolutely nothing to me. Nothing whatsoever. Like, I don't care. Roode and Ziggler? Do not care. Otis and Gable? Do not care. None of this is doing anything for anybody. None of this is helping. None of this is good. So, like, I would rather we just not. As for Roode and Ziggler's new theme, it sucks. It's terrible, and I don't like it. I want Glorious back, please, because I would much rather have that than the crap that we're getting now. Please and thank you. I would also much rather have Roode out of this tag team, but, you know, that's not going to happen. So, merge the darn tag team division. Yeah, it's at this point, it's almost like, why are we even still putting out tag team stuff? Because none of it means anything. It all is trash, it sucks, it's garbage, and nobody cares. Because your tag teams mean absolutely nothing. I don't even remember who 90% of the tag teams in the division are. I didn't even remember that Roode and Ziggler were the champions until they showed up, you know, on the show. I didn't even remember that. I barely remember that New Day has a tag team. No, New Day aren't even the tag team champions on Raw. Isn't it the Hurt Business? None of it means anything. Like, so what? When people can't remember who the heck the tag team champions are, I think that's a bit of an issue. So, yeah. Let's be honest, tag team wrestling died over a decade ago. But the thing about it is, it's not tag team wrestling. It's just WWE's tag team wrestling. Tag team wrestling elsewhere means something. Tag team wrestling elsewhere is good. This is absolute garbage. It is, like, the, worst aspect of tag team wrestling. Like, this is just straight up terrible. Like, it doesn't even represent tag team wrestling. It's so bad. Like, so bad. Like, they do not care. Not at all. So, I don't understand it at all. I was only watching for the Edge Reigns segment and BELAIR segment. Other than that, Smackdown was a 3 out of whatever. Her business or Raw Tag Team Champions? Well, there you go. Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross at WrestleMania. Your thoughts? It wouldn't shock me if it happened solely because they're gonna need a big time match, and that's one of them, I suppose. So yeah, I have no issue with it, I guess. I'm not necessarily a fan of it per se. Like, I just really don't. It doesn't like bother me that it's on the card, but like I don't, I'm not like woo, about it. It's just it's fine. It's cool. If it's on the card, I'll watch it and it'll be a good match. But it is what it is. I forgot the SD tags were a thing. Such. I'm not even going to attempt to say that because I'm going to screw it up. Belts. I know what the word is, but, like, I'm going to totally butcher it and say it wrong because, reading and saying things the way they're spelled doesn't necessarily work out for me. Oh, man. Maven, I can barely remember what I ate for lunch. What does that say about me? TBH Dirty Dogs is a terrible tag team name. Yeah. But WWE is the biggest wrestling organization in the world. Many people ain't like us. Their opinion is only based on WWE tag teams, not their brands. WWE needs to lead an example. I agree, and I feel like, you're not wrong. Like, WWE hasn't cared about tag team wrestling for, like, ever. Like, forever. And so, it's really difficult because for me, like, I always thought that, like, what they were doing with the tag team division, like, wasn't great and, like, sucked. But then when AEW came around and I started watching, like, their tag team stuff, I was like, this is good tag team wrestling, Like, this is good tag team wrestling. And the tag team division is my favorite thing on AEW. Like, it's just so good. It's so well done. And they give their tag teams time to actually do something. And put on a good story. Put on a good match. Do whatever they're going to do with it. Like, they actually give them time and care. So, Hey, Little Rascal, what is up? I think Bianca's going to pick Asuka because she won't beat Sasha at Mania because she hasn't had the title for only 100 days. Interesting. I can see the NXT champion women coming to Smackdown and challenging BELAIR because didn't Ripley do the same last year or whoever the champ was? Yeah, I don't like that idea either just because I feel like, again, it's like just like last year and we kind of need to switch it up and do something different. You know what I mean? Why did WWE break up Heavy Machinery and the Iconics just to have them get other partners? Why break up tag teams when you have no plan for them? Yeah, it makes no sense. When ECW went, WWE tag team division died. WWE hasn't cared about tag team wrestling since the APA, Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian were a thing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah. I think they had a short period of time, where they had, guys like Tyson Kidd and Cesaro were a team. Like, I don't even remember what year this was. It was several years back. But they had a short period of time where I feel like they were putting sort of a focus on the tag team stuff for, like, a little bit. Because they had some, like, really good tag teams. The Bar was another one. You know, it was the Usos. You had guys like them that were really doing really, really well, and people liked them and thought they were cool. And so I feel like there was a small point there where tag team wrestling was okay, and then it just, like, declined again. Like, it just, I don't understand. Because it's not hard to do. It's not hard to put stuff together and make stuff make sense and do something actually good. It's not hard to do. Like, they just choose not to do it. So, yeah. We then have, Dolph Ziggler and Rude won, for anybody who's wondering, just in case you didn't get that. They did do that. Seth is back next week. And I beat Murphy and Aaliyah. And I bet Murphy and Aaliyah will be back too. I guess, I don't think Murphy and Aaliyah, well, maybe they will. I think that'd be kind of a plot twist. I feel like they're building up Seth, like, a lot. You know? Like, a lot. They showed the video package a couple times throughout SmackDown, so I feel like they're trying to make a really big deal out of it. So, I guess we'll see. Like, he might bring out Aaliyah and Murphy and be all like, like, we're back. You know, the Messiah group, whatever we're calling ourselves, is back. You know? Like, there might be some of that. But then all that would do is spark, like, the Rey and Dominic feud again. So, you know, I would rather we not. Like, let's move on from that and let Seth do something else. Where is Maven today? Lol. Well, Maven is right here, but Maven is kind of all over the place. So, yeah, but when am I not all over the place? Jack, I dislike you. Stop putting words in the chat that completely throw me off, that I'm going to read wrong and look stupid. So, stop. Thanks. Is Andre wrestler of the night for my money? Yes. Shows how throwaway the SmackDown was. Oh, man. Well, this is what we got next, was this clip from Saturday night's main event. Hulk Hogan and Andre, and they have this video of Hulk Hogan on this show, and he's, like, talking about how, like, I don't even understand what this was for, because it wasn't even like he talked about the stupid match. He just talks about how Roman and Drew are in trouble because whoever Edge picks will have Hulkamania behind him. Okay? Who cares? Like, I don't understand it. Like, at all. Like, at all. It makes no sense. So, I don't know, dude. This was just stupid and just wasted time. That's all it was for. Was to, waste time. Why did WWE think it was a good idea for Hogan to be on SmackDown during Black History Month? Bro, that is like one of the first things that popped into my head when they showed his thing. I was like, well, this is like nice. Like, this is nice. This is nice. Like, buffoons. And it wasn't even worth anything. So we're gonna get Big E versus Sami Zayn and Apollo Crews in a triple threat Intercontinental Championship match. Big E is the Intercontinental Champion. Correct. I think I'm right. So, yeah, this is good. I didn't have any issue with it. Big E won. But I would like to maybe move on from here. Because I feel like we've done the Sami Zayn thing a couple times. Like, I'm cool with Sami. I love Sami. Don't get me wrong. I think Sami's great. But I don't know. I feel like Big E just needs to move on from here because I feel like it's not really helping him, per se. So, I think that Big E needs to move on and go to bigger, better things, I guess. Like, but I guess at the same time, like, where can he go from here? Because he's the Intercontinental Champion. So what else is there for him? Like, who else does he feud with? I guess that's the question. Well, we could probably find several people. But still. And Apollo, what are they doing with Apollo? Because I thought a couple weeks ago he was, like, aligning himself with Roman. Didn't that happen? I'm not making that up, am I? I think he did. And so, like, there was, like, none of that here. And so it just, I don't know what they're doing with him either. Because it doesn't make a whole lot of, like, sense to me, what they're doing. Because I don't think they're doing anything. What's she gonna do when I crash Black History Month, brother? Pretty much what WWE thought. What's the point of bringing out Hogan tonight? There was no point! I think Apollo Crews might turn heel against Big E. Hey, what's up? Wow, look, we're matching! Hey, you didn't shut the door the entire way. You should probably do that. Do you want your chair? I'll let you have your chair.
I can't sit in the other one.
Sorry. Look, Mr. G's here. It's Mr. G. It's Mr. G. He's got hat and everything. Look at you. You look fabulous. It seems obvious to me that Big E is just being kept warm for a big world run. For a big world run.
How you doing, John Elite?
For a big world run.
I was going to run around the world once. And then decided it was too far.
Oh, man.
And I would have to swim part of it. And probably drown.
So, I don't know, man.
Great to be here!
I don't know what they're going to do with Big E. Where does he go from here?
Well, he can only go... who knows?
He can only go... He's just gonna, like, continue on, like, the steady path of, like...
It's Ernest G. Or Kenny G.
Or, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, moving on.
Just not G-string. Well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. I worked hard on it. That's what I've been doing. I've been working on my makeup. Because, well...
That's why you took so long.
I didn't feel that it was quite...
Up to par.
Like, right here... It was messed up. So I fixed it.
Cesaro at WrestleMania. They could be leading to Big E versus Cesaro, giving Cesaro a big title thing. That might not be a bad idea. That might work. But I don't know. I was expecting Apollo to turn heel after the match.
Kenny G. Oh, jeez. Do I have, like...
He's like a musical dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know who he is. I just don't know, you know.
Hello, Mr. G-String. How was your trip to Walmart? Well, Jailbird Ains, it was great. Long.
They bought lots of food.
It was actually...
This water I'm drinking right now, they bought this.
It was actually Sam's Club, Walmart, Target, Aldi. Ulta.
Yeah, you had to stop at Ulta to get my stuff.
So yeah, it was it was quite the trip.
It's.
And you know what? I was gonna say I only stepped inside of one store, but I stepped inside of two because I had to run into Walmart and grab some ice. Mm-hmm. But and then we went into Aldi. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, I didn't go into any stores.
Mm-hmm. Kenny G plays the saxophone, right, Mr. G?
Yes, Kenny G plays the saxophone.
There you go. I hate going to Target.
I just don't go in.
I like Target. Target is cool. So anyways, Big E won. He retained the belt, if anybody cares. We then have Edge.
What happened to you, Mr. G? Do I look that bad, John L? That you think something bad happened to me? I can't believe it. I always go to Target and get stuff I don't need. It happens all the time, Scott. That's why you order online and just do the pickup thing, and then you can't go inside and get anything you don't need.
I mean, you could, but...
Well, you could, but it kind of defeats the point.
Oh, man.
Roman Reigns versus Edge for Universal Championship at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. So this is the one segment that Mr. G actually saw.
Breaking news. Edge will be on Dynamite next week.
I don't think that's true, but whatever. So Edge comes out, and he's dreaming of winning something back that he never lost. Roman then comes out before Edge can, like, say anything else and say who he's picking, and then Edge immediately asks if Roman is already sweating because Roman brought backup with him, and then Roman demanded that Edge acknowledge him as the main event of WrestleMania, and then Kevin Owens jumped out of nowhere and hit the stunner on Roman, and then the show went off the air with Edge not making a choice. Can I just, like... okay? Like, can we just not do this ever again? Like, I don't want to see... I don't want to see Roman and Kevin Owens ever again. I thought I made that perfectly clear on Sunday. Okay? I thought I made that perfectly clear. I do not, in any capacity, I don't care if it's a tag team match. I don't care if it's a singles match. I don't care if it's a 6-man tag match. I don't care if it's a triple threat, like, ladder match. I don't care. I don't want to see it ever again. Never, ever. No, don't. No thanks, okay? But no. We're probably going to do some stupid tag team match with Edge and Owens and, what's his face? Roman and Jay.
Breaking news! Edge is going to be on Dynamite next week. He's going to go up and say, we're getting kicked out of Tropicana Field. We would like to use your stadium. Please. Allow us to use your stadium.
I just don't understand this. I legitimately don't get it. That's my point exactly! It's dumb for Reigns and Edge to touch each other before Mania. Absolutely stupid to put them in a match with one another before WrestleMania. If you're building this up to be your huge big thing, it is absolutely dumb, stupid, idiotic to put them in a match against one another at a pay-per-view beforehand. I don't care if it's a tag team match. I do not care. It's stupid, absolutely dumb, and not worth anybody's time. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you put your main event of WrestleMania in a match against one another before WrestleMania?
Because it's not going to be your main event. And he's not going to wrestle Reigns.
I don't care. If you're trying to build it up like that, it's stupid to put them in a match against each other beforehand.
They're not going to be in a match.
Because he's probably going to freaking pick Drew.
Yeah. You mean Drew.
I don't care about any of it. I don't care. I don't care to see Edge versus Roman. Don't care, okay? Don't care to see Edge versus Drew.
Well, who do you want to see?
Nothing, actually. I would prefer...
WrestleMania has been canceled because Maven does not want to see anybody wrestle anybody.
Seriously, I do not care. Sorry, Jack.
Ow.
Sorry, Jack. Sorry. I apologize to anybody that I just, killed their ears. I almost said vision.
Well, you killed my vision by yelling.
I apologize, okay? This, I do not care, okay? Do not care. Don't care to see Roman versus Edge. I personally do not care at all. At all. At all. I don't care how good of a match it's going to be. Do not care. I don't want to see it. It does not, I'm not sitting, this isn't a match that I'm like, woohoo! You know, like, I have, dreamed of seeing this match my entire, no. Drew and Edge, I don't really care about that either. Not something that draws me in. It's not something, again, that I sit there and go, oh, I've just dreamed of seeing this match. Nope. Finn Balor versus Edge. Okay, that one's a little bit better, but I still don't care.
I think Hulk Hogan was on tonight to have Edge challenge him for the WWE title.
I have no issue with Edge whatsoever, but I do not... If we're trying to build this up to be the main event of WrestleMania, I just do not care. Whatsoever. None of them, I sit here and go, I can't wait to see that.
You don't want to see Roman wrestle a turd, so...
No, I don't want to see... Personally, I don't want to see Roman wrestle anybody.
So...
I don't care, though.
I mean, you could have Roman versus Becky, and you go, I don't want to see that, because Roman.
Exactly. I don't care. I think he's overrated. I think he's overrated. Straight up. I think he's overrated, and I think people think way too much of him, and I don't don't, no. Not a fan at all. So...
Give me a yeah, how's it going?
What's up, dude? How you doing? You got here just in time. Hey, Eve, what's up? How you doing? Y'all just got here just in time to watch me yell about Roman. I don't care, though. Like, I don't want to see Edge versus Roman. And like I said, I have no issue with Edge. I have no issue with Edge, okay? No issue with Edge whatsoever. I just don't really want to see him fight anybody. Like, I don't want to see him in any of the big matches that they're trying to build up for him.
I guess. I mean, I don't have an issue with what they're
None
doing.
of them draw me in. None of them. Like, sitting here going, oh, well, the match that Drew and Edge could have, it could be so great. Like, no, like, I don't care. Like, it legitimately means nothing to me.
So
none of the world title at this point. Wow.
Okay, so who do you want to see him wrestle?
Nobody. Like, I do not.
So you just want him to have the title forever?
No, but I feel like doing this whole Edge thing, like, Edge winning the Rumble is great and fine, but I really do not care to see any of the matches that they're attempting to build up. It's not something that draws me in. Not something that I care about. Like, I don't... It just is what it is.
Roman...
I don't know what to do with Drew. I have no idea what to do with Drew. You did the stupid feud with Randy for 47 years, which I think killed a lot of his momentum that he had. And I just don't really care to see anything that Drew's doing at the moment. Because I feel like none of it is that great. And I'm just not, like... Woohoo! You know?
Edge versus Sheamus for the title. Wait, neither one of them have it, so how is that going to work?
Sheamus and Drew. I'm fine with Sheamus and Drew. I just don't think that's going to be built up for WrestleMania. I really don't. I don't think it's going to happen at Mania. I think they're going to do it at Elimination Chamber or Fastlane. Because I think they're going to do something stupid like Brock versus Drew at Mania.
Well, I think the one thing is see, no matter what, they could do... I mean, you don't like Roman, so it doesn't matter what they do.
But it's not just about Roman. It's all three of these matches that we have lined up here that we could potentially see, okay? We could potentially see. Any three of those matches, and none of them, I sit here and go...
Who do you want him to fight?
I absolutely have to see that.
He has to fight somebody.
Okay, well, that's fine. The lesser of the three options would be Finn. Okay? If you're going to put him up against anybody, fine. Have him go against Finn. But they're not going to do that because they're going to do Finn and Karrion Kross.
So then who does Roman fight?
Nobody. I would much rather see Roman fight nobody.
Roman's getting fired.
Well, fine.
Roman is no longer on WWE because Maven doesn't like him.
Exactly. He's just, I don't like him. It has nothing to do with his character on television. It has nothing to do with any of that. I just think that he's overrated. I think he's overpushed. And I think he's put out there way too much. That people just dislike him because of that. That's why I dislike him. Because I feel like he's used way too much. And I feel like it's taking away from other people. Okay, we're not talking about Becky. We're talking about Roman, okay? Roman is pushed out there way too much. I think that has killed a lot of everything that he's done for me, at least.
How you doing, Jake?
And I don't want to see anything from him because I feel like he's overrated.
But the thing is, you have to put him out there with somebody.
Okay, well, great.
And so, obviously...
Do the stupid Goldberg match. Like, honestly, for all I care...
Oh, good. That's all I need.
I
need him to fight Goldberg, so then, like, leading all the way up to WrestleMania, every day I hear, "God, I can't believe they're doing this match! This is just stupid!"
Like, seriously, though, I don't care! I don't care what he does for WrestleMania.
My cough is bad, Jet.
Fight a brick! Like, I don't care. None of it does anything for me. It doesn't make a difference whether he's fighting Edge or Goldberg or a brick wall. Because that's essentially what Goldberg is. It doesn't make a difference. I do not care.
The thing about Randy and Edge is there's no... Because they've done it so often, there's not much to it. I mean, there's not like...
That's the issue with it, is that they
How you doing, Muscle Man Malcolm?
The issue with it is that they did it way too many times, and they overdid it.
Well, and that's why I don't think that you can... I think that's where you have the issue, is I don't think you can do a Randy versus Edge right now. Mm-hmm. Just because of everything that's led up, and then you had it the other day, and I don't think you can do it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be saying the same thing about Charlotte Flair.
I would be saying
she would say she would.
Right now, I'm at a point where I can stand Charlotte Flair, but if it was the case of like she's out there every freaking week, up, over, down, sideways, and in between every part of the show, yeah, I'd probably be sitting here saying I don't care to see anything that she's doing at Mania. Quite honestly, I don't know that she's gonna. Well, actually, I take that back. I think that she'll probably have something to do with the Raw Women's Championship because I think they're gonna have to do something with her because they have nothing else. Because they haven't built up anything, and I don't know if they're going to build up anything.
But they generally don't build up anything. Guys, I can see Reigns facing Jimmy Uso for the title. I could see that too. I've said that for a long time. I said that could be where they go with this. Is in the end, it's going to be Jimmy or Jay, one of the two, taking down Roman. Mm-hmm. And if they don't like pull some surprise and bring The Rock in.
I think they're going to bring The Rock in, but I don't think it's going to be like for a couple of years.
Well, maybe
until they do the Hollywood WrestleMania, which is like 3 years away. Well, 2 years away.
Well, but that's a long time to have Roman be the head of the table.
Well, and unfortunately, I don't see it happening any sooner than that.
So then I would say it's probably going to be Jimmy or Jay that's going to take him down. We're doing good, Malcolm. If this is Becky Lynch, you wouldn't get excited. Nope. Janelle, she wouldn't be excited. Roman Reigns versus Gilbert. Book it. It's booked, little rascal. It's done. We've booked it. Main event. WrestleMania. Roman Reigns versus Gilbert.
I don't know, man. I don't care what they do with this. Honestly. I don't. I know a lot of people really like this. I know a lot of people really like what they're doing with Roman. I'm not a fan. I just don't care.
Gilbert would win. With the help of Jey Uso. And then we could go, Gilbert, Gilbert, Gilbert.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, see?
We could do that. Whatever. Gilbert, Gilbert.
Micron can beat Roman?
Or Gilbert. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whoever you want to have wrestle. Breaking news. Edge will be on Dynamite on Wednesday.
Why do you keep saying that?
Huh?
That's not breaking news.
I want everybody to know it's happening.
That's lies.
No. They've got to find a new place to have their matches, so he's going to be on there and say, please, allow us to wrestle here. And so, Kenny Omega will wrestle you for your title. On your show. As long as you let WWE come here and wrestle. Because we need a place to wrestle.
WWE is going to be in so much trouble if they can't find another place.
Finn Balor is overrated.
I agree and disagree with the statement.
Well, I think the problem is the way he's used.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of WWE wrestlers that aren't used the right way.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a new Shield. Apollo, Roman, and Seth. I had read. Oh, is that because now that they're going to go to AEW, they can go after Jon Moxley?
I meant median.
Median. Gotcha. Micron works.
We're both sitting here going,
new keyboard, and it's not gotten my autocorrect yet.
That's funny.
Jack, I would always blame it on the new keyboard also. And if that doesn't work, blame it on the fact that the kids mixed up. Oh, you don't have any kids. Never mind. Forget that one.
So yeah. If Edge says he wants the title he never lost, then why is he facing Roman for the Universal title? That title wasn't introduced until 2016.
Well,
you're not wrong.
Because he had a dream last night about losing that title. So he showed up tonight and said it's the title he lost.
No way. Edge is going to Dynamite to challenge Kenny Omega.
He was better in NXT. Yes. No way Edge. You reread that. No way Edge go to AEW to challenge. He is, little rascal. WWE's got to find a new place to wrestle, and they're going to go talk to, Kenny Omega. Because he's got a lot of pull.
Yeah.
He's brought in New Japan Wrestling.
And Impact.
Impact.
That was all him.
AAA wrestlers.
That was all him. That was all him.
Him and Don Callis.
That was him.
You go right to
the top.
The powerful men.
Yep.
Kenny Omega and Don Callis. Wednesday night, Edge.
Tony Khan means nothing.
Edge shows up on AEW and tells them they need a place to wrestle.
Oh, man. Dude, like I said, not AEW. WWE is going to be in so much trouble if they can't find another stadium. What are they going to do? Go back to the PC, I guess. Because
Edge is going to show up on Dynamite, and he's going to beg.
Well, they're going to be kicked out of Tropicana or whatever, because if baseball's starting up,
yeah,
they're going to be in some trouble. Needing a new place.
Yep.
Tony Khan is like, it pays to own a stadium.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm ahead.
Don't you wish you owned a stadium like I did?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
If you had a blue screen, you two would virtually disappear. Well, I could put up the green screen and we can disappear. I think he's telling spoilers on Insta. I'm telling spoilers right now.
That's what Mr. G does.
That's right. Book it.
He spills.
AEW.
He spills the spoilers.
We'll have Edge on Wednesday. Jose Canseco was in a boxing match tonight.
Who's a toast is that?
Well, Jose Canseco's like, what? He's got to be pushing 50?
I don't even know who he is.
Right? Am I wrong?
Mr. G, Maven can't pronounce.
Inconsequential. Oh.
Inconsequential, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
That's how I thought you said it.
Inconsequential.
But I didn't want to look stupid, so I didn't say it at all.
Edge should be facing Drew at WrestleMania and go for the WWE title, since that was unified with the World Heavyweight title.
Kenta
7 or 8 years ago.
Attacked Jon Moxley in AEW Dynamite.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. And next week we're getting Kenta and Kenny versus Moxley and Lance Archer.
But they're not friends.
No. In a lights out match? Is that what it is?
The Bullet Club versus the Bullet Club. Book it. With the main event being Edge versus Kenny Omega.
Edge and Roman is the more of the money match. See, I just disagree. I don't think it's that great.
I think the problem you have is I'm just not into Edge versus Roman.
This is what I'm saying, though. I'm not into Edge versus Roman. I'm really not into Edge versus Drew.
They would have to like really super build it for me to get interested in Edge versus Roman.
So I don't know.
Hot take: Kenta, formerly Hideo Itami, sucks and is boring.
I feel like it depends on who you ask. Because I don't think he's that bad.
I think the problem, again, he's one of those
WWE
talents that was in WWE, and
right.
WWE didn't do it with him, and so...
So when he went out elsewhere, he, made something of himself.
2004 is greater than 2020/2021. Well, I would say 2003, 2005, 1942, 1943... Wait, maybe not that far back, because, you got some bad stuff that happened, in those eras, so... Okay. All the 2000s, just not 2020, 2021.
Yeah, the 2000s are pretty great. The 90s are pretty great. The 80s are pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, there's some time frames in there that are, some bad stuff happened, so, wars and stuff, so I don't want to, world wars, and so I went back to dates that, screwed that up, didn't I?
Oh, man.
I shared the show, guys. Thanks, James. We appreciate that. Edge should have come back with Christian and go to NXT. Well,
I think that they are going to do some tag team stuff with the two of them. Unfortunately. Okay, not unfortunately. I mean, like, I guess it'll be fine. But, like, I think they're going to do some tag team stuff with them.
Yeah.
I was thinking, honestly, that they were going to do Christian and Edge versus Roman and Jay at Elimination Chamber. But it's looking like it's going to be Edge and Owens. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Bullet Club versus the Elite main event. Edge versus Omega for the AEW title. Book it right now. Edge is invading Dynamite on Wednesday. Like, someone's going to, like, go, don't ever watch that show again because they got a clown on there that talks about...
Having Hogan on, that's 10 minutes I will never get back.
James, I'm sorry.
1988 was the best year ever.
I didn't say 2005 because of Eddie Guerrero. I'm sorry.
That was the year that Eddie Guerrero died.
Yeah, but it was just one day, so the rest of 2005 was probably okay. Wasn't it?
I don't know.
Maybe just those couple weeks. But then the rest of it was okay.
1988 was the best year ever.
Jack, why is 1988 the best year ever?
As opposed to 1987 or 1989.
Little Rascal, does Lars Sullivan... Well... Because I don't see him on WBM. I got released. And, you see, I scared them. And when I return, they will be really scared. And I'll make them cry. So, I will see you soon, people.
It was Lars Sullivan. He was here, in the flesh, in person. That was him. Absolutely. At first I was afraid that Tony
I was born in 88, that's why. Well, Jack, you're a young one.
Okay, then. At first I was afraid that Tony Khan was trying to be a mini-Vince and trying to buy everything he could get his hands on. But now I think he envisions new NWA with indie promotions instead of locals. I don't think that Tony Khan is ever... Okay, well, I mean, you know, he's, like, rich and stuff. And, like, he's, like, a business dude or whatever. But, like, he seems like a nice dude. He isn't, like, super, like, stuck up about things, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
He lets the wrestlers be the wrestlers.
Yeah. He seems like a nice dude.
So if they screw up, then it's on them. Like, if they can't go through with their storylines, he can go, God, you're an idiot. What are you doing? You're looking clean-shaven, Miniam. See, you're clean-shaven, and I got on outstanding makeup.
Thank you. I look great. Fabulous.
What is the era? Bianca Belair coming to Monday Night Raw. We already know who she is going to challenge for the title. Yes! She's going after Drew McIntyre.
That was some fabulous blue water.
Yeah, it's called the ocean.
No, it was called, I think it was blue raspberry lemonade.
Mr. Edge, Mr. G. Mr. G. Edge will
Mr.
be... Edge! Mr. Edge will be on Dynamite this Wednesday. And that's not just a prediction. That's a spoiler. That is correct. That is not a prediction. That is a spoiler. I saw Tony Khan at a Jags game once. Did you wave? Tony! How you doing?
Oh, man.
I feel bad about Randy Orton, how they're using the legend. Well,
Quite honestly, I
the
don't
thing
feel
is the dude is like Superman. He got burned really bad a couple weeks ago, and like he's completely healed. Like no scars. There's nothing. Whatever doctor he went to, anyone that gets burned,
they smeared on some of that tinted Vaseline.
I am guessing
that just like healed everything up real quick.
Well, I'm guessing. Here's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing that the Fiend, when he returns, it's going to be amazing what the doctor did for him because he was like completely burned up.
Oh man. Honestly, I feel like Edge is one that Edge? Not Edge. Randy. Randy is one I feel like he's been treated pretty well, honestly. I feel like he's done very well for himself over the last several months with being, you know, on TV.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Tony Khan lets his wrestlers be creative in their storyline, but has final say if he approves or not. But the thing is, I think that for the most part, he just lets them do what they want to do.
Yeah.
As long as it ties into a story and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Matt Cardona is versus Brian Myers in Impact Wrestling. That should be interesting. Definitely should be interesting. Quick question: how can Randy Orton be a legend killer when he himself is a legend? Maybe he doesn't see himself as a legend, which is why he hears voices.
Oh, maybe.
That's fake fire, man.
No, it wasn't.
What?
It wasn't fake fire. We all saw it.
I saw his face get burned up.
No. That was real fire.
The Fiend got burned up.
No, that was like real fire.
Yeah.
That was like absolutely real fire.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can fake fire.
I could fake fire. How you doing, Clark?
That was absolutely real fire.
Jack says, I waved. Yes, there were a few thousand other people around us. Okay.
So it wasn't just Jack.
Big deal.
Nah, man.
The question is, did he wave back? Because if he waved back, you know what? You should get on the phone tomorrow and say, hey,
Tony,
I'm looking, I'm looking to do some booking for some wrestling, so could I help you out?
Man.
Let's see. Didn't you see that trick on YouTube? No, I did not see the trick on YouTube. No.
Randy heals superficial burns quick, and everyone goes mad. Ray regrows his eye, and no one says it.
No one says ant. Well, when he grew his eye back, I went, ant! Can you believe he grew his eye back? Because we had that discussion. So I did say ant, Jack.
Man. Yeah, man, Ray growing his eye back was freaking stupid anyways, but, like, it was dumb. It was dumb.
It's the Miracle Doctor in WWE.
Oh, man.
Heals burns. Helps their help. He makes sure that everybody gets their eyes back.
I love that Jack went back after it and said ant again.
Yeah.
And then said ought.
Yeah. When Bray Wyatt isn't world champion, he's a jobber. The thing is,
I disagree.
Bray Wyatt does not need to have the title, and he can lose. The thing is, the Fiend can lose
and be fine
and be okay.
Yeah.
The problem is, you put the title on him and he loses, and everybody goes, "Oh my god, I can't! Oh, you got! Oh, my head's gonna explode because he lost the title." No, it's like he doesn't need it.
He waved back. Felt we just collected. Well,
I knew it, Jack. See, get on the phone. I'm telling you. Tell him you're looking for a job. You want to book some wrestling. He'll be all over it. Hey Tony, it's me, Ray, over here. I'm glad there's only two of us that reads Jack's tweets.
Do you think Randy saved WrestleMania last year? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That match with Edge I thought was fine, but no, Randy did not save WrestleMania last year. No.
No.
Not even close.
I don't think so.
Not even close.
No. Speaking of Randy, there's no way a 100-degree burn can heal in a span of 2 weeks. John Elite,
When you're special.
when you have superpowers and there's voices in your head and you have the doctors that WWE has, anything is possible.
Anything. Absolutely anything.
When Tony Stark comes in and starts to perform his tests and does all his stuff, and he pulls out his Iron Man laser and like heals you up, you know you're doing good.
Possible.
Yeah. You already read that one. I think we're caught up with chat.
Hey guys, you know what I did today? I watched The Mandalorian. Season 2, actually, because my brother had it on. And I saw pretty much all of Season 2. And I haven't seen any of Season 1. Okay, actually, I saw the last 2 episodes of Season 1, but I haven't seen any of the rest of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I did today. It's quite exciting. I saw Sasha. It's pretty cool. I got excited. I was like, oh, it's Sasha! You know, like, everybody's like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's Sasha Banks!
I went.
So
boy, I hope she acts better in here than she
actually,
does
it really wasn't that bad, honestly.
That's because she was like.
Well, she only had a couple lines, but her stunts looked really good.
That's because they filmed it 19 times. They're like, do it again!
Oh man, but it was good. It was good. It was good. She said a little bit more than hello and bye.
Yeah. It's amazing when Sasha had a neck injury. They wanted her to do promo without neck brace, but she wanted the storyline to be believable, but often healing from face burn not so believable. Well, you see, Raymond, like I said, when you have the amazing doctors that they have, it happens.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I find it so weird that I always see Tony Khan at Jags games. How does he keep getting primo seats? Well, Jack.
I don't know.
The fact that he's letting you see him, there's a reason. Get on the phone. Otherwise, you wouldn't even see him. But he's out there just for you. I mean, obviously. I mean, if you see him, he wants you to call him.
Like, yeah. Big
Pronto.
time. Like,
Yeah, like immediately.
Pronto.
What did Sasha say? Hello and bye.
She said a little bit more than that. She had like a couple sentences.
Hello.
Like, maybe in total
How are you
she
doing?
had like 4.
Bye.
Maybe in total she had like 4 sentences. Maybe 5. That might be being a little too gracious. But it was more than just like hello and goodbye.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mr. G, you're going to be in the match with Raquel Gonzalez. Good luck. Is this supposed to be good luck or good look?
Good. I don't know. I would take it either way.
Okay. Hope you liked Mandalorian. I love Sasha. Made out she was like the star. She is a star.
See, it was really funny. But the thing about it is like, she talked it up real big, but WWE didn't say jack squat. Like, they didn't even, like, mention it, like, once that she was in this on, like, their weekly television program. Like, they didn't even market her as, like, the Mandalorian star. Like, none of it. Like, nothing. So it was, like, all up to Sasha to, like, put it out there and be all like, I'm great, you know?
Check me out.
So, yeah.
Will Triple H wrestle again? Possibly. I would never say never, just because I don't know that he wants to, but I could see him doing it again. So, yeah. Triple H has said he's not interested in wrestling again, but he's available if needed. Yes.
In quotations.
Yes.
If needed.
Bottom line is, he doesn't have a choice. Vince goes, "You're wrestling."
He's like,
all right
then, I'll go get my gear. Man. When needed, which will happen, he'll be working again.
Yeah.
Never regular but it will happen. Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
he's going to wrestle again.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's any doubt he'll wrestle again.
Absolutely.
They all do. Andre the Giant would be wrestling right now if he could.
Got another like on that tweet.
In fact, they had him on the show tonight. It's amazing. Andre on the show. I knew he would come back to wrestle.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Hey there, Louie. The starter potato. The only Triple H match I would want to see would be him versus AJ. That seems pretty fresh. Yeah, that'd be cool. Mr. G, does Bendy still do his streams on Twitch? No, wait, his. He once in a while. He hasn't done it a lot. He needs to get out and do more because, like,
it's really difficult when we only have one computer, though.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting a new one here sometime soon. Is Triple H an opportunity for Drew at Mania? It feels like he doesn't have. Whoa, that leg went fast. Anyone at the minute, please know I have zero interest in this. Could just see it happening. Well, the problem is because they don't. The thing is, they don't build anything up. So I mean, that wouldn't shock me. I mean, but part of that is you have the wrestlers there. Just use them. Build something.
Well, see, the thing is that they don't want to take the time to build anything.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, that's the problem. Do you think Seth will be a face? He wore his fire gear at the Rumble, and he's worn that before. So, do you think he should be a face? I think eventually you're going to get a face Seth again.
I think it'll be a while, though.
Mr. G, your thoughts on Rudolph's new theme.
Mr. G didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
It's lousy.
The only part of the show I saw
was then.
Was the end.
It was lousy.
Yeah. Because I was busy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Which explains why I'm on here. To talk about
and Mr. G's just
going
to read the chat.
It's going well, too. Yeah, that's exactly it. If Vince says Triple H is needed, like on Raw a month back, because of Drew and COVID, then he'll be there. Yeah, definitely. Jack says, well, if I had a father-in-law who looked like he can end my existence like Vince, I'd wrestle. Just start running. He'll pull both his hamstrings. Or quads. Or...
He didn't even run, dude. I watched that video again. He was just like...
and then I like how he sat down.
He just sat there. Oh, man.
Like, dude, and his face is like that.
Oh, man. That was so funny. I literally saw that video.
The thoughts running through his head. My adrenaline's running so fast right now, but I can't move because that hurt so bad. I think I just peed myself. I'm in so much pain right now. Cut. Go to commercial. Right now.
Sir, this is a pay-per-view.
Commercial. Don't care. Go to commercial.
Oh, man. That was funny. That was really good.
CM Punk is 42 and turns 43 this year. Please, no more 40-plus-year-olds. We have a lot. What's... Eve? What's wrong with 40-plus-year-olds?
Well, you see...
like you want them all to just line up and die or something? Who's ready for Sunday? KC better win. I got $50 on the DraftKings app. Well, James.
Is that football?
Yes.
Oh.
The Chiefs and the Buccaneers, man.
I don't follow football.
If the Chiefs wins, that's okay. What year did that happen? Vince tearing his quads.
I don't even know.
I don't remember.
Let's look it up.
Minnie M directing Mr. G. He's only here to read chat. Harsh. Grounded.
What is the truth, though?
I didn't see the show, Ant, till the last. I saw the ending. I was busy. I had things to do today. I went out and shopped for groceries for the month. Didn't enter a store until the end, and I was only in there for maybe 5 minutes. So I wasn't in any stores. I just picked up, and that was it. But then I got home and had to unload. That was fun. I know, but CM is different from boomers. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, literally.
I chat with Lita on Twitch, and I'm subscribed to her. Well, Clark, that's pretty awesome, man. James would like to talk to Becky every night. But she has now put him on the stalker list.
Okay, wait. Going back to Vince tearing his quads. Like, literally, he wasn't even like...
There it is. There's the run. Oh! I love the wrestlers' reactions. They're like, "What are you doing?"
He's like, "What?"
And he just sits there. Just continue on. He's like in pain right now, so he can't say anything. I'm almost 40 LOL, though I have had a stroke and a heart attack, so I probably won't hit 50 LOL. But yeah, WWE has enough 40-plus-year-olds in high-profile spots.
And then you have the rest that finally go for a check.
I was just curious, Eve, because I'm over 40, so I was wondering, I was a little bit offended by that.
That was really funny. And the way he just sat there.
Okay, for those of you that have been in our chat before, someone gets hurt. This is what we get.
Like, literally, though. Literally. Yeah. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Hilarious.
Apparently, after that Rumble, Vince walked backstage out of rage, but knew he'd look stupid, so he got everyone to go away before he got back. Well, I guess, it's one of those things that, like.
Literally,
I mean,
no.
the wrestler should have just went over and picked him up. Vince, you need some help?
Like, he was like this, like, fast pace. He just got stuck.
Yeah, but notice he didn't, like, say much after that.
No, he just was like...
I think he told the like, dude, that hurt so bad I can't talk.
Oh, man, that was great.
Becky's my life, James says. Question, have you all had picked nacho jalapenos? No. The Spirit Squad debuted on WWE January 23rd, 2006.
That was freaking funny.
You're over 40 and with babies? Jeez, man, you're crazy.
God, yikes.
My wife's older than me, so, you know.
Yeah, I don't think Mrs. G would appreciate us going and spreading around her.
I'm just saying that she's older than me. I didn't say, you know.
She is, older than
Yeah.
Dad. Hi, that was funny.
James, nachos with jalapenos? Yes, yeah. Have you had picked nachos? Nacho jalapeno? No, I've never had picked nacho jalapenos.
I don't even know.
Is it like a brand or like... I have no clue. I used to laugh like Maven. My teen years must have been odd.
Yikes.
The Chiefs are winning, but if the Bucks have at least 25 points before the end of the first half, it's over for the Chiefs. Well, if the Bucks have 25 points, the Chiefs will have 28. Don't eat your wife out, dude. She's proud of it though, so it's not like, you know. We just look at age as a number.
Yeah.
Nothing inherently wrong with being 40 plus, but as someone who is the same age as Hulk Hogan,
you don't belong in a wrestling ring. That's funny.
I'm not like. I mean, I could see that. Unless you're in shape. I mean, if you're in shape, I don't know that, you know. You could be in the ring. Telling us Mrs. G is older. Well, it was nice knowing you.
You, Mr. G.
She doesn't have a problem with it.
No. In fact, everybody thinks that she's younger.
She usually says it. She's usually the one that says it.
Yeah, and then when she tells everybody how many kids she has and like how old they are,
yeah,
and she's like, everybody's like, what?
You have 27 kids?
Oh man.
Telling us Mrs. G's older. Well, that's nice. Yeah, thanks.
Well,
I like reading it twice. How are you watching it at Futuristic? It's not till Sunday. Well, he's watching it now. He's like in the future. That's why he's futuristic. Because he's already watched it. He knows who wins. Knows who wins. Knows who wins. No boomers, man. Say that. Say what? That. Pickle nacho jalapeno. Oh, pickled nacho jalapeno. What the crap are pickled nacho jalapenos?
Probably.
Like they have nachos in the sauce, like the like jalapeno stuff. That'd just be gross, because then you have soggy nachos.
Probably pickled jalapenos that go on nachos.
Well, wouldn't that just be pickled jalapenos?
No, I don't know.
And wouldn't it just be jalapenos? In a jar?
I don't know. Probably.
I have had pickled pig's feet, though.
Ew, that's gross.
It was. A long time ago.
That's disgusting. I've had pickled beets.
Yeah, I'm not a huge beet eater. Okay, what did I miss? Nothing!
Wow, Mr. G.
You missed nothing!
Mr. G.
I know that feeling about the wife looking so much younger. You should see people's reaction when they discovered I married the hot E-ring announcer. Made her back in compliments. You married... She married you? What?
You're killing your husband, Mrs. G. Oh, man.
Hey, on TTA Podcast.
What's up?
I'm the future man. I know Tom will cheat. I know that the weekend is seen blinded by the lights, but later Gronk will end up blind and will have to retire.
Oh, man.
Maven's getting to the point where only dogs can't hear her. Who's ready to watch the Super Bowl this Sunday?
I don't watch football.
I'll be watching a little bit.
Because I'm cool.
Not pickled feet. Yeah, pickled pig's feet. I have had them a long time ago. My wife is only 3 and a bit years younger. Oh, I got you. I was like, my wife is only 3. I was like, and a bit years younger than me. Though, hello, reread what I put, and that could read super. I did. I read it.
Oh, man.
Before you say nothing, remember, Mr. G, I can watch it on replay. We were just talking about, like someone said something about not wanting to see 40-year-olds wrestle. And I said, or not wanting to see 40-year-olds. And I was like, what? 40-year-olds? And then we started talking about the kids and talking about, and then I said something about you being older than me.
Yeah, that's all he said.
Yeah.
He didn't say how much older.
I'm watching it. I'm not cool.
Well, yeah.
Is he talking about our show or the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl.
Okay.
If you're
There's a Super Bowl this Sunday. Yeah, the Super Bowl is this Sunday. It is, Eve. It is this Sunday. Before you say, I already read that, so I don't read it again.
Oh man. Oh man.
That's exactly what I did. I read it and I was like, she's 3. White young.
Ah, man.
Do I need to be calling some people?
Man. That video of been staring squats.
I'm so glad I came into chat. I think I will celebrate your American handball Super Bowl by watching WCW Super Bowl 2. Well, that's something that's a good thing to do. See, I told. Hey, everybody in chat. She even said she's 4 years older than me. Okay.
Now
I had nothing to do with that.
Figure out how old Mr. G is. I don't think you said that before.
And I told everybody. I said, "You're cool with being older." My sister has 7 kids. The oldest was in the army. The other is a teacher. My nephew stays in jail.
Okay,
and I can't remember what the. James, how do you can't remember what the others do, but you remember the jailbird? Like he stays in the jail. Like, okay, let's get this straight. He doesn't work for the jail. He is in the jail, right? That's what I'm guessing. I guess I'm not cool for watching football. You are cool. You are cool. You're cool, futuristic. I married an older man first, and it didn't work out, so I went younger this time. Next time, I plan on marrying a... Mrs. G, I'll tell you the truth. Man didn't use the word older. He used the word ancient. How's the... Whoa! Okay. Did not say that at all. Go back and watch the tape. How's the weather outside? Because we all know Mr. G is spending the evening in the doghouse. It is cold. In fact, we're supposed to have our coldest temperatures over the next 2 weeks. Like, really freaking cold. Like, I'm talking, like, -8 degrees outside.
Cold. Really cold.
Yeah, really cold. I know how old Mr. G is, as I am smart almost. He'll be sleeping on the couch. It's going to be a fortnight. -4 tonight. I mean, I do have a heart.
Fortnite.
Yeah, I said
Why
Fortnite.
did you read that as Fortnite? It said -4 tonight. How did you get Fortnite out of that?
I was thinking of Fortnite. I married an older woman, but didn't realize she was a nun. That's why Ains went to jail. Don't forget the Rock's show, Younger Rock, February 16th. Yes. Hey, I'm a mod. I couldn't lie. But we know you, Aunt.
Yeah, we know
you.
you. We know you.
We know exactly.
We know you.
Yeah. We know where you come from. It's gonna be a fortnight tonight. Watch out for the llamas. Yes! If I find one by the road, maybe it'll have something like a big jacket I can put on because it's gonna be really cold. And we're supposed to have snow. So it's going to be really cold, and we're supposed to have, over the next 3 or 4 days, we're supposed to have like 7 or 8 inches of snow.
I've never understood why Americans call it football, LOL. How did someone look at that and go, I know, there's a ball, kinda. It's not round, but, and we mostly carry it. Let's call it football. Oh, man, I don't know either.
Well, I would go into the history of football.
Except nobody cares. So.
But.
Nobody cares.
It started out with soccer. And then they said, we don't like that ball because nobody scores. So let's change up our game a little bit. So we have more scoring and more points. Because people want to kill other people in soccer. Because, like I watch a soccer game, and I see them going down the field, and they're getting ready to score, and the guy kicks it, and the crowd's going, yeah, oh! And then we get 45 minutes of that with like 15 times where they almost score. And every time the crowd goes, whoa! So then just the rage builds in them. And then they go out and they fight.
Wow. That was epic.
Serious question. Let's get this stream back on track. Can Mr. G floss?
Like the Fortnite?
Yeah, I can floss. I can get... I don't have any problem flossing. It's pretty easy. And I know for some people it's difficult. In fact, it's so easy for us. I just pull out. We actually have some flossers, and I just pull them out and I go down in there.
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
So, Mr. G, in fact, floss not well, but he can. But you know what? He's good at juggling.
Hey, do we still have those oranges on the counter?
Oh, everybody wants to see me juggle.
Yeah, they do.
I think the reason Shaq Cody tag match is on Dynamite and not at Revolution because the NBA All-Star Game is on the same day as the pay-per-view, and they want Shaq to be there. Johnny Elite, it actually has to do with he is part of TNT has a deal with them, and this is part of their deal is to have Shaq on there for that reason. Yeah, TBF, there's a lot of fighting. Yes, see. To be fair, look at that. He knows what I'm talking about. Like, people just get in, because the pressure builds. Like, they're so, yeah, oh! He didn't score. And then it's, yeah, oh, didn't score again. Let's fight!
Okay, then.
Mister Gleen, anything else? No.
I think Ant meant floss.
I think Ant meant, no. Mr. G string can't floss. He wears false teeth. Yes, Ains, I do. But it's okay because they work just as well as the real teeth, so it's no big deal. I know some people who literally organize fighting with other team supporters, mainly Londoners, to be honest. See, it's like planned. A lot of gangsters involved, but I guess. Kicking the ball in association football, but it's still boring as watching paint dry Eve. Are we talking soccer or are we talking about football?
I think soccer's pretty cool.
I was going to get a PS5, but instead I had to pay $400 copay for my eye surgery. James, I thought you had one ordered. Low blow, love it. Fun fact: Mr. G was a quarterback. I was a quarterback, and I was when I was younger. I was a quarterback. I was a pitcher in baseball. Yeah.
He's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, I'm a jack of all trades.
You can juggle?
Well, not very well.
No, you're better at juggling than I am.
Yeah.
I can't juggle at all.
Yeah.
I'm pretty terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack, I was a quarterback. The only touchdown I ever scored, it got called dead because they thought I handed the ball off to the guy, and And let's see. What else we got here? I remember the first time I played football, I stole somebody's Pokemon card, and he sacked me. Soccer is awfully boring, but that's me. Fun fact: Mr. G broke records in our state for cross country. Yeah, I was part
totally
of.
Just skipped over. Fun fact,
I don't know where
Mr.
am I at?
G was the prom.
Oh, I was the
king.
prom king. Mr. G, prom king. Where's his sash? I don't have a sash, but I do have a crown.
Wow, that's fabulous. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
So yeah.
Cool. Fun. No sash, but he has the crown.
See?
Oh man.
I don't wear false teeth, but I will end up doing so. I've got some broken teeth with some caps and whatnot because, of course, I'm fighting a little, but not football related. So not as bad. My uncle spent $100,000 sending his what? His Asin to college, and all he got was a half bag. I'm trying to figure out what that says.
I don't know.
I get where he's going with it, I think. I got ripped off. I'm sorry, James. I couldn't even get a date for my room. Well, that's probably the problem, Jack. You were trying to get a date for your room. For your prom. To be fair, Stanford toilet bowl fart. Mr. G, better gimmick for Corbin. Lone Wolf, Constable, or King?
Lone Wolf.
Yes, Lone Wolf, no doubt about it. I have a cross-country record here in my city. Running from the place with
bread. That's funny.
You didn't outrun them, though, Ains. They found you.
You actually have a crown. No way. Please make this a new gimmick.
Yeah, I do have a crown, yes.
500 subscribers and he'll stream wearing the crown.
That's right.
Oh, man.
I will be King Mr. G, and you will hate me more than Corbin. What's everyone doing Saturday? Well, James, I'm staying in my house because we're supposed to have like several inches of snow, and it's supposed to be minus 5 degrees out.
Absolutely nothing aside from probably school. That's what I'll be doing.
Tell all your friends.
Saturday's tomorrow, right? Saturday's tomorrow.
Sending his son, too. Gotcha.
Wow, that took out like a lot of words.
No, I'm going to have like clothes on. I'm not just wearing just the crown. There's like rules for, when we're doing like YouTube and Twitch, they just don't let us, you cannot do that. We'll get more than a copyright strike. They'll go, we're taking your channel down. 1,000 subscriber special, Mr. G will stream with only a G string on. No. Alright, Ains, tell all your friends, because I know you got a bunch. The problem is, they're in prison, and they can't get to a computer. Now, Aunt, my daughter is in the room, so yes, he will wear more than just the crown.
For my sake, for their sake, for everybody's sake, please.
Mr. G, Johnny Lee, I answered your question! Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf. Just because Chuck Norris was a lone wolf.
My reasoning has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with that was the better gimmick for Corbin than anything else.
Well, that and Chuck Norris was a wolf. Mr. G will stream in a G-string and the crown on. Only ant.com.
No, ant.com, you fool!
I'm sorry. I couldn't read it.
It's probably like, yes! Woohoo! We needed some new content!
Only if I get to see a Shawn Michaels dance. Because that will be the deal.
Mr. G, you can get away with a lot. Haven't you seen the Night Arts channel?
Yeah.
Man. Jeez. Mrs. G knows the gimmick. Mrs. G pays attention.
Did we stop getting chat here or what?
No, it's still moving.
But I'm not getting it here.
I don't know.
Well, that's stupid. I'm gonna have to read something else. I got Johnny Leeds, but I didn't get after that. See, you were reading something. This Saturday is the special AEW stream we're doing over the AEW stream over Eve channel, and then it's UFC. Yes.
What?
By the way, if you if you've never been over to Eve Right Girls of Wrestling, go check them out. I've watched them a couple times. They have a lot of wrestlers that you may know. So go check them out and follow and subscribe to them, because I guess following and subscribing is pretty much the same thing. And so, they put on an outstanding show. And Dan does a good job of talking about the show, and he'll answer your questions. So go check them out. And by the way, they are doing, for those of you that don't know, Saturday they are doing a stream with the women that are in the AEW tournament. They're going to show matches that they had with those people,
which is really cool.
Yes. Eve stream should be awesome. You guys should live stream. We'll see.
So that's my Saturday. How come you got school on a Saturday, Maven? Well, because I'm homeschooled, and so I can pretty much work any day of the week that I want to. And so if I work on stuff, I can get ahead. And so, yeah, that's kind of why I'm doing school on a Saturday. I just try to get a little bit done every day.
Yeah.
So that I'm not behind, because that would kind of suck.
Thoughts on the new Walker Texas Ranger? James, if it's not Chuck Norris, I don't care. The point of this Saturday stream is the majority of the women in the AEW Women's Title Eliminator have worked for Eve, so if you've never seen them, then good opportunities to learn. Yes, definitely. Check them out. Also some matches from other promotions in Japan, too, with some of the talent that haven't worked Eve. Cool.
Fun. That's exciting. So, yeah.
Yes. I don't know that I have anything else. I really had nothing when I came in here. And
you made something.
I watched the end of the show, and that was it. Somehow
that was it.
This turned into, something bigger. So who knows?
Oh, man.
If you have a favorite woman wrestler, she has probably been on Eve. But yeah, probably. I seen Tony Storm on there, was awesome. Yes, we homeschool our kids too, so I totally get it. It's about getting the work done and not what day you do. Get it done. Much respect to you guys for doing that. It's not easy. No, it's not. The reason we started homeschooling is because the kids had some health issues in school, and they weren't handling things correctly at school. So that kind of led us into homeschooling. And since I'm a teacher anyway, so...
And now, my reason that I still, we had the whole allergy thing at first, but then 3 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
It's going on 3 years.
I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and so I am immunocompromised, and so I kind of stay home so I don't get sick from other people. So that's exciting, too. So,
Yes.
Homeschooling is great. I had to get a lot of time to do stuff like this that I wouldn't be able to do if I, normally went to school.
Yeah.
So... Yeah.
Jack, I was homeschooled, but I somehow lost out at being the most popular guy in class. Oh. Jack, do you have any brothers? Because if you do, that's why you lost.
Man.
Maven got behind when she got sick and diagnosed, so yeah, Saturday school. I hate walking past Burger King. They sense me. They heat up that microwave. That big fat tub of lard will come in here, pay the $15 for our burger. Okay, Jack, that was a beautiful comment. Do you think about WandaVision TV show on Disney? What do you think about WandaVision? I have not watched it.
I haven't either.
I need to watch it because I've seen it.
Well, I don't think it's gonna make sense unless you watch some of the other stuff. Because I checked out. Well, okay, I haven't watched it, and watched an entire episode. I saw the first couple minutes of one of the episodes. It looked pretty cool, but it was you have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
So I feel like you have to watch the other stuff first to make it make sense.
Duke versus North Carolina tomorrow. James, it's just not the same. Not the same Duke North Carolina matchup. Both with Duke being down a little bit. Nope. I'm an only child. Well, Jack, I feel bad for you then. since you weren't the most popular guy in class, it's kind of sad. But I don't know why you wouldn't be the most popular guy, man. You know all the answers.
Exactly.
Yeah. We went through a similar thing with the school, and it became an academy, so they were more financially focused and about ticking boxes than they were about the kids. So we made the call. Yeah, I'm a public school teacher, and I've said that I would prefer my kids not to go back. So I have kids have done way better since homeschooling them too. It's not easy, but that's parenting, right? Yep, definitely. I've only seen the first two at Little Rascal, but I like it a lot. I've seen the first three. Got episode 4 and 5 to watch this weekend. Yeah, I need to watch them because I haven't seen them. Maven's right. I've seen all of the MCU.
Marvel. Whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, and I don't think WandaVision is the one to start with.
No, it just it won't make sense unless you see all the other stuff. I've never watched all the rest of the movies.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just now watching the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, she's just not watching Star Wars.
Yeah. For like one of the first times ever, we watched the whatever Star Wars movie that was a couple weeks ago.
So what's the concept behind WandaVision?
It looks really cool. The commercials look really cool.
Well, are they like superheroes trying to hide?
Well,
is that what it is?
That's kind of what I got from it. And I thought it was pretty cool because they have sort of like time jump stuff in like the commercials and stuff. And I don't know, that really intrigued me.
Yeah, because I'm really like, cool. I don't even know what it's about for sure. I've seen like commercials for it. And I'm like, well, first I was like, this looks stupid. But I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and so say it's really good. Mm-hmm. I've seen all 5, love it, but I'm a big fan. Maven has been busy binge watching The Mandalorian. Yes,
I did. I watched that the last couple days. It was really good.
Evan Peters plays Pietro Maximoff, a.k.a. Quicksilver, in WandaVision. See, I gotta watch it, because I just haven't seen it.
Minion hasn't seen Avengers. It was too scary for her. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Walter's closing in on breaking Pete Dunne's record. His reign is currently at 673 and counting.
Wow.
Yes. Oh man, didn't know you as a teacher. So many wrestlers are also teachers, and so many of the young, excited, enthusiastic teachers are having that enthusiasm killed by bureaucracy and box ticking. It is. I mean, that's one of the issues I have is, I would prefer just to go teach and not have to jump through hoops and do stupid stuff. But I think a lot of times it's too political and too much crap, too much like paperwork crap. So it's like sometimes it's just annoying. Maven has watched 4 horror films now. Is that right?
Night of the Living Dead. I watched The Exorcist.
Thanks, James.
I watched Poltergeist 1, Poltergeist 2, and I kind of watched Halloween, sort of.
Yeah.
So I've seen 5. 5, that's it. 5. Because I'm a whistball.
WandaVision is a he's using words I don't know what they mean. A mix-up of 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s U.S. sitcoms and a Twin Peaks-style mystery. Then I'll probably like it. Same over here, mate. Feel for you. Yeah, it's ridiculous. What they do is like too much. Just let me go in and teach the kids. Don't have me do all these others. And it's like to the point where as a teacher you have to be a social worker, a doctor, a psychiatrist, a teacher, a friend, a parent.
You have to take over.
I mean, you have all the roles, and then people go, "Well, our teachers just aren't very good." Well, dude, if you were raising your kids right and know what they're doing, then I would be able to teach and not have to worry about all these other jobs that I have to do for you. Prestige, jeez, you're a teacher. I teach like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, not, and I teach math, not whatever that is.
English?
Pastiche?
Words?
What is that word?
I don't know.
Too much politics and crap.
Reminds me of the Wrestle Story. Ah! Oh, man.
Ant, we cover everything here.
Absolutely.
Just so you know, Ant. an animal trainer, pretty much. Y'all know Becky's still going to be in the new Marvel movie. I can't wait. Yes, James, you remind us every day. Thank you. We appreciate it. You need to watch the other movies to understand it. I heard WandaVision will tie it with Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange. We'll have to watch those then. My English teacher said, same as what you say about teaching. That put me off. That, and I was horribly bullied at school. Jack, I thought you were homeschooled. Did you bully yourself? It's like you look in a mirror. Don't you mess with me. All the kids used to make fun of me. And then I made them cry. Okay, I'm playing Madden 20, and I know the Jets are trash, IRL, but they are beast in a game. It doesn't make sense. Jets have... Yeah, well, they're just bad. By the way, at 315 subs, yes, we have picked up a few over the last couple days, so we're like on a roll here. We're only, 185 away from the 500. We're getting there. Next year at this time, we'll have 345. By the way, they're getting, for those of you that are football fans, NCAA football is coming back.
Exciting.
Yes, EA Sports NCAA football. A nurse, a bus driver, a therapist, a coach, a gym teacher. Mr. G wears all the hats but doesn't get the pay. Yes, I do wear all the hats. I actually was a gym teacher last year, and I'm not even a certified gym teacher. I had to help out. Actually, I wasn't the gym teacher. I was in there helping because they had like 50 kids in that one class. So, yeah. I was a school governor at a primary school years 1 through 6, and I saw the change. I think our school governor is a bit different to the U.S. ones, but we have to do a lot of the same training, like you said. Yeah, it's crazy. Laura wasn't at my school.
Lars.
Oh, Lars. No, that says Laura.
It does say Laura, but it's supposed to say Lars.
I was like, Laura. Huh?
It says it doesn't say Lars. It says Laura, but Lars. I knew what he meant.
People don't understand all the things teachers have to be and look for and notice, etc. Yeah, I mean that's just like, and then have to deal with stuff in class. So it's actually been kind of nice, like doing what I've been doing, because I've stayed at home because of Maven's condition, and so I don't bring home don't bring a COVID home. Yeah, it's been kind of nice. I've been doing all the online stuff for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. I have right now, currently, I have 14 students, so I teach the 14 students in between the 3 grades. Congrats, y'all. Well, thank you very much, Futuristic. Tell all your friends so we can get up to 500 at this time 3 years from now. Sometime in life, I just want to scream the world that I am the sexiest man alive. But then I realize that's Donald Trump. The civil servants always get screwed. Definitely. True, Eve. Becky Lynch's going to play a She-Hulk character in the Marvel movies. She's not big enough to play the She-Hulk. Is she? Mr. G has a principal's license but doesn't use it. No, I don't want to be a principal.
But he got the principal's license.
Yes, you need a license. The schools are opening next week. K5 is already open. James, we've been open.
Yeah.
Kids have been going to school here. Like I said, I've taught the online kids that they have parents at home or they can't be at school because of their health conditions. And so I've been working with those kids. I figure when they go back, that you'll see some spikes and things, especially if they don't. But I think our school has been really good about wearing masks and stuff. That's the one thing I will say about our school. I think our school has been really good about wearing masks. Mini M makeup is a fire tonight. Who are you wearing?
Me.
What do you got?
Stuff.
What is that?
My stuff?
Yeah.
Well, the eyeliner.
Yeah.
Is ColourPop. And I got this new eyebrow stuff today because Mrs. G stopped at Ulta for me because I needed stuff. I needed makeup removing balm, and there's this brow gel that I really wanted, and my brows are not going anywhere. They're kind of stuck to my face.
Yeah,
which
kind
is
of like mine.
Quite nice.
Mine are always stuck to my face. They go with me everywhere.
It's cool.
I've never had to worry about my eyebrows jumping off my head.
I've never had to worry about
whoa, just a second. There goes my right eyebrow that way. I gotta catch it.
Either, but sometimes certain brow gels don't keep your eyebrows where you want them to be.
Oh, got you.
And so this brow gel is like, they're like stuck. Like it's not like moving.
Ames would know about this. He's been to prison. He knows about like you put your eyebrows in prison, right?
It's not moving.
Yeah.
Like there's not like there. Yeah. It's not moving.
Yeah.
It's still stuck there, so it's quite nice.
Can I order a giraffe? Yes, go ahead, Jono. Do you think schools should be open right now? Jono, I think that with the variants of the COVID that's going around, I think eventually one of them is going to start to catch up to kids, and it's going to mess some kids up really bad. And we just let it go. So, Mr. G would be a great principal. Kids better out a promo or you'll school higher budget for tables in the Dudleys. I do that now as a teacher, so it's okay. George the Animal Steele's day job was as a phys ed teacher. He also coached the football team when there was a WWE event in Detroit. He would grab comps and give them to his students as prizes. See, George the Animal Steele. Like, could you imagine him being like a PE teacher? Could you like having him in as your teacher? Like, I could picture it. I couldn't take him serious. Today, guys, we're going to do some push-ups. And if not, I'm going to lick your face. Maven is wearing a Maven original look. Yes! Eddie Starr is a teacher and Eve wrestler. A lot of death matches, I think, is penicillin for the pain of teaching. Would bring the work she had to mark to the shows and do that during the day. Yes, it's a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into being a teacher. I've been wearing a mask years, but because I'm so ugly that even my mom tells me I look stupid. Oh, Jack, you killed me. Jack, you don't look stupid, man. You're a cool dude. ColourPop. Fantastic. The brows look glued down. Delightful. Like temporary Botox.
Nice.
What is Ulta? It's Ulta. It's a ULTA. And it's a beauty store.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw like makeup and hair stuff. And
yes.
Stuff.
I went in there once with her, and like I couldn't move around because like everything was like bunched together.
There's so much stuff in there.
Like you walk in and you like turn and like, oh.
Dude,
I just bought $9,000 worth of makeup.
Dude, when I first went in there, I was like, "This is amazing. This is the best place ever. Can I
she
never
walked
leave?"
In and her face like
pretty much accurate. Like, honestly though.
There's over 30 variants of COVID here in the UK because of mutations that will happen in other countries too. They had to close the schools here because the biggest distributor of the virus is kids. Yeah, and they keep saying.
Well, they keep saying that kids aren't getting the virus.
Yeah, the kids aren't getting the virus.
But
it's not kids spreading things.
Not at all.
So they need to be in school.
Because we're stupid.
Go figure.
Absolutely. Dumb.
I heard George Animal Steele was a cooking teacher, constantly cooking up the turnbuckles. He was. Just like rip them up and eat them. But the governor is desperate to get the kids back to school here because they want parents back in work, so they're getting that tax and national insurance contributions. Here we just don't care about our government doesn't care about the people. Oh, you've been out of a job for 9 months because of the disease? The virus? Well, here's $600. Hope you can make it. Good luck.
It's not good.
No. I sent you there at Christmas one year, Mr. G, remember? You must really love your daughter to do that. Yes, because I walked in, there were people everywhere, and literally the aisles are so close together.
They are because they fit so much into the store.
Yeah.
There's literally there's so much stuff in there.
Do you think we see the Nightmare this Monday on Monday Night Raw since he's not on NXT anymore?
I'm sorry. That comment from Ains. I remember my girlfriend wanted makeup from Ulta. I blindfolded her and brought her to the reduced aisle in Walmart. Oh, man. That's hilarious.
I got a surprise for you. Let's blindfold you. Here it is. It's makeup.
Man. You can get some good stuff at Walmart, too, though.
So, Ains, I don't even know how you could pull that off. Because eventually she has to take off, like, the blindfold to check stuff out. I mean, it's not like you just got to pick out
not unless he was like, oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. Let's go, like, buy it, like, without even looking at it.
Where is Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar is currently with John Cena.
Yep.
Question, guys.
Yep.
I'm going to make me some nachos. I need suggestions of what type of meat that goes with it for Sunday. Well, James, do you want real meat or do you want the fake meat that we always eat? Because I'm going to tell you, the fake meat that we eat is... What's the... Mrs. Gleen, what's the...
Gardein.
Gardein. Yes. Gardein. I'm telling you, if you want flavor without having to, like with beef, you have to, like, throw flavor into it.
Yeah. I also like ground turkey. Ground turkey is pretty good, too. But I make my own seasoning mix to go in it. I don't buy that crap in a, like, paper thingy. Because it's just that. It's crap. So I make it myself.
Jesus, that's bad to hear. It's like that here, there. They tried the same thing here, but the death rate was spiking, so had to admit kids might not be getting the virus, but they're acting as big carriers. Well, we just don't care. We've had like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people die a day over the last month and a half.
Well, the thing about it is, like,
nobody cares.
It makes sense that kids are, like, one of, like, the big carriers because if kids are in school all day and they're with a whole bunch of other kids, snot-nosed kids, breathing on each other, coughing on each other, and then you have stupid schools that are like, oh, well, we're going to give them time to take their mask off for, like, 30 minutes or whatever at lunchtime. No, idiot. They're all breathing on each other, coughing at each other, sneezing on each other, wiping their noses on each other, and then they go home to their family. And if their family goes to work, then their family, like their parents, they then spread it to their people at work, and then the people at work go spread it to their people. It's bad. It's not good. So it makes sense for kids to be one of, like, the big,
Yeah.
The kids kind of start the chain reaction. If they're all in school on top of each other, sneezing, coughing, breathing on one another.
Well,
they take it to their parents, and if their parents are working, they take that to work, and everything. It's not good.
Us Americans are selfish and don't care about anybody else. That's part of the problem.
That too.
Jack, you have some serious family issues. Have you considered counseling? Jack hasn't considered counseling.
Or his counseling. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
he comes here.
Yeah, we counsel Jack every week. Multiple times a week. Right, Jack? He's left. Session's over. Let's see. Save those dollars? Yes, save those dollars. Exactly, Mr. Gleen. All my money going on a microwave toilet. What are you planning on doing? Like, microwaving your butt? Whenever he gets the $14, I am getting a PS5. Come hell or high water. James, you could buy me one too.
Gardein?
You'd have enough.
No, Gardein.
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 Gardein. Yes, mask up for class and take it off to eat in the cafeteria. Good plan, because nobody actually breathes when they eat. No, some people don't. They go. I'm done. I'm not. I've not left. I love we. You didn't want to wait in the car until she got done and buy no makeup. That's right, Janelle. I had to get me some makeup too, can't you? I have a wrestling question, if I may. Sure. If WWE were to put an all-women's show on the network, do you think the women's scene in WWE is high enough quality or engaging enough to get you to watch it? Tell him what I've been saying.
Okay, well, he's been saying for a long time to do an all-women's show. Personally, for me, I would watch it, okay, because I would watch it. I would be afraid to do it, though. Not, like, watch it, but, like, this is from, like, a WWE standpoint of, like, doing it in the first place. I would,
Not futuristic.
I would be afraid to do it because while I think the women's division is great at times, right now it's kind of not great. But if we're looking at it in a spectrum of, when it's, like, really good, like somebody like me, I would watch it, sure, but I would not necessarily say that like a ton of other people would. I think there would be a fair amount, but I would be afraid that it would go under like a show, you know, like a 205 Live or something like that. Just because I feel like if it's on like the network, I don't necessarily know that people will go out of their way to like watch it or like get the network solely for that. Like personally, like I don't know that there would be a huge group of people.
Well, the thing about the thing about the network now is they're not going to have to worry about the network. They're going to have eyes on Peacock TV.
Well, yeah.
And so things are going to change. But I have said for a long time, I said they should have a women's show. And so just strictly a women's show. I think first off, they could get their women over better. Mm-hmm. Getting them out there more would help out in general, I think. And overall, I think that a lot of people would go watch it. I think there would be a lot of people who would go just to watch the women's show.
I think there would be a fair amount of people, but I don't know that it would be enough people to like make a huge like impact.
Yeah. It sounds like you don't like kids. Don't know. I love kids. I have lots of them.
I generally like kids too if they're not Jerkosaurus Rexes.
I use 2 masks when I go. Yeah, I don't use masks. I use sanitary towels because when I talk, poop comes out of my mouth. We know, Ains. We know. So I hope that answers your question, Eve.
Like I said, I would watch it, and I would be willing to watch it because I like women's wrestling, and I think they're.
The thing is, it's interesting you brought that up because we have had this conversation. We've had this conversation more than once on here.
So, yeah.
I suppose it depends on who produces it. If it was an extension similar to NXT UK, it could be excellent. Problem is, if it is that good, higher ups will get involved. Probably. I think the one thing about it is I don't see, I think there's probably a market out there for it. So
well, I think so too, and I think that there would be a fair amount of people that watch it, but I don't know that it would be enough people to make a huge, like I said, like a huge impact. Like I said, I personally don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like for some of like if you put it on the network. Now, this is speaking in terms of, like, the network as it is right now. If you put it on the network, I don't know that you're going to have people outside of, like, diehard fans that would go to watch it. Which is why I think it would end up going under the radar and not being, a huge deal.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I would make it a lousy teacher because I don't have Mr. G's patience. I don't want kids. I'm not equipped to have them. I'm not even a fan of your kid, Mrs. Gleen.
Well, I don't like you either, Aunt. So.
I think you're both right. I think they should too, but I don't think the style or stories are of the quality they could be, and because of that, I don't think the viewership would be different to 205.
And that's what I would.
Well, my question is, do you think that if they had their own show, and with the correct, and I know, I think it was Ant that said something about NXT UK, because I think NXT UK right now is the best show in WWE. Mm-hmm. Just everything they've done, I think it's the best show in WWE. So do you think if they had their own show, do you think that they could create better storylines just because they would be able to put more women out there and utilize more women as compared to now where you may see 1 or 2 segments of women a week, and it's always the same women pretty much?
That's a good question.
Mr. Hull, yeah, that bravery you have just shown deserves a medal of honor. She's difficult to love, but I manage it. What do you guys make of?
Nice person.
Yeah. What do you guys make of there being male involvement in every women's rumble thus far? What, if anything, does that say to you as a fan? I think the big thing is again, I was okay with Truth coming out at the Rumble just because of his gimmick and what he does. Now, when they had the 24/7, all the guys come out after him for the 24/7 title, I was like, this is stupid. Why? And I think we've talked about this on the show.
I just don't understand it. I don't know why they feel the need to use to do something stupid with it and have like the male involvement in the match. I feel like it's like, well, like, what is the point? Like, why are you doing it though? Because 90% of the time when they do something like that, it doesn't make any sense why they're doing it, and it just takes away from what's happening in the match.
Yeah.
So it's like, are you trying to take away from it, like, on purpose? Or, like, what's the deal? Because it doesn't make sense.
Well, again, I the other stuff, I don't, for the most part, no, I don't think that the men should be involved in it.
I think it's stupid.
But I thought that this particular Rumble, I was cool with Truth coming out just because it was his gimmick. Now the rest of it was stupid. The rest of what they did was stupid.
But see, the thing about it is, though, it's not just the Rumble. Because one segment in particular that I can remember where they totally disregarded everything that was happening in the match was one of the last times that I think it was Mickie James was on TV. She did a match with Natalya or something, and they totally disregarded everything that was happening there because they ended up bringing out like Seth Rollins to do his big segment on commentary while this match was happening, and totally disregarded the fact that the match was even happening in the first place. And it just stomped over everything they were trying to do there. And it's like, well, but why though? Like, what is the point? You want to, like, the match Mickey had with Natty. That's what I'm, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the point? You couldn't have waited until after the match, was over, was done. Like, you could have done it before, you've done it after. Why? You don't need to do it during. I think it's stupid, and it takes away from everything you're doing. And it just says, like, we don't care. That's what it says. To me, at least.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I can see that. We all know that WWE has the talent to support a weekly show, especially in NXT, but they still have to deal with the WWE writers. Maybe a weekly YouTube like AEW Dark. Again, I think the issue you have is it's still the writers, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that the writers have to... The writers have to be more willing to tie into, you know, the talent and listen to the talent, because the talent will tell you what they want you to do, and you know, let them decide, you know, have some say in some things.
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Is that they don't have a lot of say in what, you know.
Kids are cool, but I'd be a lousy parent. No one needs that. Get maybe to say good blood, bad blood real fast.
No, I'm not going to do that. Because it's probably not going to sound good, so I'm not going to do it. I don't trust Danes.
Do you think there's enough women in the division for them to have their own show? Yes, John L. There is definitely enough women. NXT is the tightest show without a doubt, and it's still not what it could be, largely because it's only a 1 hour a week show, and they have a large roster, and they're still signing people at the moment. Yes, I would agree. I mean, the 1 hour show kind of kills them, I think.
But the one thing I will say about it is I think because they have a 1 hour show, they're on a tighter sort of, if it's not important, we're not doing it, type of a situation. And they're always being able to... Okay, one thing I will say, sort of the downfall, is they... it's not sort of like they're building the stories every week, which might not necessarily be a bad thing. It might be a good thing. So they don't get to do that, but also they get a chance to do, like, new talent every week and put out new talent in different new matches and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is being able to, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it's like a tighter schedule.
Yeah,
and it's only, you know, we only have an hour, so anything that's not necessary, we don't need.
But
no
the,
stupid,
but
you
the
know.
thing is even the small gimmick stuff they do, like the, what was that segment?
The Noam Dar?
Yeah. The segment they did.
Supernova Sessions?
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it's awesome.
I thought that was really funny. I really
and so,
enjoyed that.
you know, even some of those things are good. Night, everyone. Good night, Jack. Have a good one, all right? Or I should say, Jack,
Good
it's actually
day.
morning. It's actually morning there. So
Have a good sleep.
good morning, Jack. I 100% think it's on purpose. I think higher ups believe women's wrestling won't hold people's attention, and rumbles are long matches. It probably is. I think that which doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
Because if they can perform, they'll hold people's attention.
Yeah.
If they can tell a story, they'll hold people's attention. And I don't see any reason that the women can't do anything. The women can do a lot of the same stuff that the men do. Mm-hmm. So that shouldn't even be an issue. Mm-hmm. It's not really the writer's fault, as it's Vince for the mainstream product. Trust me, the writers are just as frustrated as us, as are the wrestlers. Yeah, I should state that it's more about Vince than anything. Mm-hmm. It's 4:30. I'm gonna get some sleep. All right, Jack, have a good one. I guess he said that before he said it. Everyone.
I'd like if instead of having a 2-hour show, I think a 90-minute show is a good length for a show. Like a lot of the girls are struggling to get them to get matches, and when they do, they're like 4 minutes. Yeah. One thing I will say, another like.
But I will say this: even in that 4 minutes, I feel that the women's matches are as good or better than a lot of them, even in the main roster matches.
Yeah. One thing I'll say about sort of the time frame is with NXT. I really noticed this with NXT. When they had their 1-hour show, right? Mm-hmm. I felt their 1-hour show was really good. But I was sort of left feeling like I needed a little bit more from it because I felt like 1 hour wasn't quite enough. Well, when they made the jump to 2 hours, now I feel like they have so much time on their hands that they're like, we have to throw in this extra random segment because we have to fill time and kill time and all of this stuff. When I don't think that it's, necessary. And I think that, 90 minutes is a good number because it cuts down, part of the show, but you're still given a little bit more time to
So let me ask you
do
this.
more with it.
Is the quality going to improve?
With what?
If you cut it down to 9 minutes, is the quality going to improve?
I don't know. It might.
Because it doesn't make any difference. If you don't change anything up and you continue to do the same things, it doesn't matter how many. It could be a 10-minute show, and if it's crap, it's going to be crap.
I think stories absolutely play a part in it. But I think one of the things that I noticed with NXT when it was an hour long is that it was done really well, and I thought it was a really good show, and one of the best show of the week that WWE was putting out at the time. But then when they made the jump to 2 hours, I feel like they just got really, I don't want to say like they watered down the product, but I feel like they just had so much time and they didn't know what to do with it. So they started throwing in all these filler segments, which started to...
But it's a lot of the same people, where if they would use other storylines and not just the same people...
Well, I think
agree, you would
absolutely.
I think you could fill your 2 hours up and not have any issues. The problem is we
want
to show Roman Reigns at the beginning of the show. We want to show Roman Reigns as the highlights from Roman Reigns in the middle of the show, and then Roman Reigns at the end of the show.
They get more time, and they feel like they need to show their superstars over and over and over again, which isn't necessarily the case, and that's not what people want to see. So they could use the time to fill it with more talent, but they're not. They're filling it with filler segments, and so...
Which is why I said, would 90 minutes make a difference? Because if they're going to follow the same pattern of Roman at the beginning, Roman highlights in the middle, Roman at the end, and I'm not just saying this is Roman. That's because they do it with in all the shows. You see the same stuff 14 times, and you're like, okay, I've already seen this 14 times. Why am I watching this again? And they do it at their pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what's happened on our show over the last 3 months.
Mm.
Okay. I've already seen this 19,000 times. Why am I watching this again?
Sometimes the 2 and 3 hour shows drag on and on with filler matches. I would take NXT UK's streamlined action-packed shows over Raw every day of the week. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is I feel like there's they are like, I don't know. It's just they have so much time on their hands that they don't know what to do with it now, and they're just throwing anything and everything out there, and it's like filler and not good.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing, NXT, that when it went from, the hour show, rather than following the same pattern for 2 hours, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to have these storylines going here, and then the second hour we're going to have these storylines, and we're going to do the 2 hours pretty much the same way, just with different storylines going on. And they've got enough wrestlers to do it. So it's not like they don't have enough there to pull this off.
No, they could absolutely do a 2-hour show, but I feel like they think when they get this, like, bigger time slot, they have to, like, you know, do these stupid like, I don't even know.
Well, because they don't build they don't build any type of mid-card wrestlers at all.
Well, no, they don't.
And so I think that's what kills them. But I also think part of the problem is they put really, they don't put any emphasis on any of their titles as far as I'm concerned, because like none of their titles seem to mean anything to me. If they would make it so their titles meant something, and even their mid-card titles, the Intercontinental title, things like that,
yeah,
then I would sit here and I would go, you know, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Even the lower card, you know, the lower tiered stuff would be awesome if they would make it mean something.
Yeah.
And not just,
but they choose not to.
Here we go.
For whatever reason.
And then you're not going to see the Intercontinental title is not going to be on the line for the next 6 months. So, it means nothing.
Well, it's like what I was talking about with the tag teams earlier. Like, I don't know what the deal is with, like, okay, well, they do. They just don't care. But, like, when you can't remember who the heck the champion is, that's, like, not that it means anything, but it's like, okay, well, it's not cool. People shouldn't be like, oh, who's that champion again?
Yeah.
Like, that shouldn't even be a question. But it is. So.
They let NXT win Survivor Series and still don't give it the love it deserves. Definitely. I agree with that. How would you build it to John Cena versus R-Truth? There's lots of things you could do with that. R-Truth could be excited about wrestling his hero. I think I'm agreeing with Maven in what I think she's getting at. There's a lot of repetition in NXT rather than 2-hour streaming. Yes, definitely. I watch every stream on YouTube labeled Women's Wrestling. I've decided that I will not like such a stream that includes an intergender match, and will dislike any such stream that
includes an all-male match.
Yeah. I am waiting for coming or going to different companies like WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling. I includes an all-male match. Okay. I see, you read that, and I'm like behind on you. Mm-hmm. We spoke about this on the Gays watch-along. If a wrestler isn't involved in drama, they don't exist. Wrestlers rarely exist to get up the rankings and tell a wrestling story. I agree. And I think that's the one thing that's lacking from wrestling. Which is why I think AEW has done a good job. Because I think a lot of the stuff they do does tell a story.
Yeah, I agree.
And so, you know, and it's not the wrestlers wrestling each other or even having any type of contact every week. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, Johnny Lee, I'm sorry. Because you're like, for some reason it stops like
they stopped
coming
showing
through.
Up. I don't know what the heck happened with it. They're back up now.
Let me go back up here.
We can see them.
If NXT is a third brand, they should. I'll pull you up on this other screen here. If NXT is a third brand, they should have more than one match at Mania and at least be involved in some of the big pay-per-views. I agree. I think they should be involved in it. No doubt about it. I think it would help out tremendously. Do you all feel like R-Truth deserves a title run before it's all over? No, James.
What are you talking about, man? He's already got a title run.
No. I like what he's doing. I like the gimmick he has. I think his story is good. He's one of those guys that I don't think necessarily need the title.
He doesn't need a title.
Or just keep the 24/7 title.
I mean, whatever.
Tag teams. What tag teams? When your tag team champions is like, congrats, you're the best of the 3 teams in the division. Yes, there are no tag teams.
No.
None.
I was kind of talking about this a little bit ago.
And when we do, it's let's throw these two together, and now you're a tag team.
Well, I kind of said, you know, like with tag team wrestling and stuff, you know, I watched WWE for the longest time and didn't really watch anything outside of that. And then AEW came along, and I saw their tag team wrestling, and I was like, what? This is like tag team wrestling. It's like really good. And the AEW tag team division is my favorite thing. They are so stacked, it's not even funny. And like, I think it's phenomenal, and it is by far my favorite thing on the show. On AEW, is the tag team division.
Yeah.
There's just so much you can do with it.
Yeah.
There's so much WWE can do with their tag team division. They just choose not to. They just don't care.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I don't know what it says about me that I find virtually all male storylines boring. Again, I think it's because they're pushed out there all the time. And it's the same stuff repeating itself over and over again. And WWE does not make any attempt, again, to build second tier, third tier wrestlers. It's all about, well, we'll put you out there for a second and then you're done.
Yeah.
For the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we're just going to focus on these main guys.
Yeah.
And I would rather watch a show where the main guy may be on this week and we may not see him for another 2 weeks. Plus the fact you don't get sick of seeing the same stuff, and so when they go to the pay-per-view and they wrestle at the pay-per-view, you're like, this is cool, this could be a good match. Mm-hmm. And you don't get that. I don't think it's so much the gender raiment. I think it's the repetition of seeing a lot of the same things with the guys, just the faces change, so much repetition. Yeah, I think that's it. So because you're not getting in repetition as much with the women, it's not so much in your face, and I think it comes across that the girls are working really hard to create more ops. Which, I could see that too. It's one of those things that... because you don't see the women as much. Although, the women, you still have the main women that are still put out there.
Yeah. It just might not be good.
And so I think that you have kind of some of the same issues with the women's division, in the fact that you have Charlotte pushed out there all the time. You have when Becky's there, Becky's pushed out there all the time. Mm-hmm. And then when they're not there, the women's division isn't really focused on.
Yeah.
And so it just doesn't make it look good. Let me watch. I'm gonna look at it. Let's see. Let's try and get caught up over here. Bye, Lars Sullivan. Ha ha ha. Oh, good point, guys. Yep.
Lars has left the building.
AEW tag division is my favorite thing too. Tag team wrestling is what made me a wrestling fan. I think the thing about it, for me, is you get so... If you're just watching, the current stuff and, what's happening every week, you sort of get in this rut of, the way WWE does tag team stuff. And back in the day, they did some great stuff with tag teams, right? But looking at the stuff now, it's like I said, you get in a rut of just watching the same crap over and over where they do not care. And then you have something like AEW that comes along and they're, the current week to week, they're doing a show and they're out there doing stuff with the tag team division. It's so different. And it's really cool. And, tag team wrestling is absolutely my favorite thing. I think it's so diverse. And they have so many different tag teams with so many different styles. You have the Young Bucks with the whole high-flying stuff. You have the Lucha Bros with, the luchador stuff. You have FTR, more of a classic sort of... tag team, like the Brainbusters.
Yeah.
You have, several different tag teams with all these different styles, and I really think it's cool when you see the styles sort of mesh, and when they put them in matches with one another, and how they can, turn it into something really great. One thing I always say, and I always go back to, one of my favorite matches from a Dynamite, is the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros versus... Butcher and Blade versus... Who the heck was the other team? Oh my gosh. I'm literally drawing a blank. Was it FTR? I don't even remember. But there were 4 different teams. 4 different styles of wrestling completely. And they just made it work. And they made it look really good. And made it really exciting with, putting all the styles together. And it's really cool to see. So
yeah.
That's my...
Definitely.
Me putting over... AEW's tag team division.
With Kenta showing up, on AEW, what are some dream matches you want to see? You know what, Johnny Lee? I think there's all kinds of stuff they could do, and I don't even necessarily mean you might not necessarily need dream matches. Now, I don't want to see it all the time, but I would like to see one big pay-per-view a year where they have the different organizations together, and everything leads to that. Mm-hmm. I think we just had a mini trimmer. How exciting. Was it a trimmer, or was that just your belly growling, Ant? If you don't already watch the network for historic matches, I strongly recommend going back and watching some tag matches, maybe from early 90s at WCW especially. Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, there was some good matches in the early '90s. In WWE, there are only 3 tiers: stars being pushed, jobbers, and go away, boy, you bother me. Definitely, Raymond. I agree. I mean, that's about the way it is. Tag wrestling in that era still stands up to wrestling today. If you're ever interested in Japanese tag wrestling, hit me up. 2 is where Young Bucks learned their style. Rascal Weight earlier in 1989, 91 saw some corkers. Felt nothing down here. So it's just Ant's like it's Ant. His stomach growled or something, and he thought it was an earthquake.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was Lucha Bros, The Butcher and the Blade, FTR, and Young Bucks. That's what it was. And they had a match together, and I thought it was really, really cool. That's a match I always go back to. That I always thought was like, wow, like, you know, it was a really cool tag team match. Anyways.
By the way, I had an itch in my ear, so I had to like scratch.
Cool, awesome.
I wasn't digging at my ear.
Oh man.
All right, guys. It's been fun. It's been real. And considering I wasn't even going to step in here, their style. Sorry. Yes.
No, it's all good. Spelling, reading, we butcher it anyways, whether you spell it right or not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll screw it up.
Oh man.
With what Dan said about an all-women show, does he mean like pay-per-view or like on TV? Like on TV, John Lee, like a weekly show.
Oof. I hate getting my there, and there wrong. I always have to like double check and triple check and quadruple check that I've used the right one.
Kevin, it's time for bed. Go to bed. Okay.
Dude, what's really terrible is that I suck at grammar, but I always, like, Aunt can tell you that, like, I go after people for, like, not, you know.
Speaking right.
Yeah.
Or typing right.
Exactly, when I can't do it right myself.
I want Dana to win the Raw Women's title or SmackDown Women's title. No, James, not having that. Thanks so much, everyone. Wonderful chat. It was an awesome chat, and we will be back Monday with our show on Monday Raw After Raw.
On Monday Raw.
If you are still, go check out this weekend. Eve Riot Girls of Wrestling, they're putting on a show on Saturday. What time is it, Eve?
Yeah, you can let the people know in the chat. You can let the people know. You can let the people know.
Yeah.
You can let the people know.
They have a show on Saturday where they're going to show the AEW. The wrestlers are going to be in the AEW Women's Tournament, and they are going to also have some other, I believe you said other Japanese wrestlers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. So.
You see on Monday Night Raw. Yes. My grandma's better than yours.
Quit.
Quick test. If a competitor or team is referred to as the number 5 contender, and you can't name the other 4, the promoters aren't doing their jobs. Definitely. No doubt about it, Raymond. No doubt about it. I mean, if it's that screwed up, there's a problem. With that, we're taking off. We'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.